when it comes to Becky Lynch in particular, I think their idea is we're going to save her for a major return for something else. More than likely. Now, Becky apparently she's going to be in like a Star Trek show or something. So
Mhm.
she's been doing a lot of
She's
Hollywood.
been acting, and after having the kid, she's been doing a lot of acting, including something that Seth Rollins did say that he's not allowed to talk about, which makes it sound like it's a very big property.
Yeah.
It's
So
probably a movie.
Part of.
yeah, so she's probably very busy, but eventually she's going to return. But speaking on this women's Royal Rumble, for me, I changed my rating system to make it a little bit simpler because I feel like sometimes people complicate it. I'm not saying everybody has to use this, but I just use a 4-star system. 1, it's trash. 2, it's meh. 3, it's good. 4, it's fantastic. I have no complaints. I thought the Women's Royal Rumble was a solid 3 stars for me. I thought it was a good Royal Rumble.
Good.
I very much enjoyed it. Roxanne Perez had an amazing showing, of course. And for me, maybe it's because it definitely is because I wasn't really watching wrestling in the mid 2000s to late 2000s. I came in a little bit later, like 2 years ago. So I don't hate Charlotte Flair as much as everybody else, but I don't mind Charlotte Flair winning. I don't think it makes it a bad Royal Rumble because she won.
I don't think it was bad. I
one
think
of
it
the
made it
great.
very anticlimactic. I very like what. So I had the enjoyment of watching it with my girl who hasn't watched wrestling since she was a kid, and so like you're just getting fresh eyes on everything. And throughout most of the women's rumble, she's like, "Why is that one tall blonde chick not really doing anything besides slapping people?" And then she's like, "Is all she got to do was slap people?" Because literally, that's all you saw Charlotte Flair. Like everyone else, everyone has their own moments and entrances, and like they all do their little moves. Charlotte Flair's just smacking people the whole time. If you wanted to bring someone else in that like just got off, that like also hasn't wrestled in years, and you wanted to push them, Alexa Bliss, you saw there was a different reaction when Alexa Bliss came back.
Oh, one of the loudest
when
reactions of
Flair
the
came
women's
back.
rumble.
Well, to be fair,
Alexa
They
Bliss.
were building up Charlotte coming back. I mean, Alexa was a surprise return, so
Yeah.
nobody knew if she was coming or not.
It's been speculated for like weeks, and then like also like the whole
The casual
whole
fan does
contract
not
dispute.
follow dirt sheets. The casual fan does not follow dirt sheets.
That is
They have
also
no
true.
idea.
That is
Yeah,
also
that's
true.
Yeah,
So-
to be fair, Lonnie, I think she's just at her point where she's getting like her father, where she's getting to where she's in her chopping stage, where that's going to be most of her arsenal.
Yeah, well, I'm saying like
She's getting to her.
I'm
she's
not
getting
saying
to that
I'm not
stage in
saying
her
that like
career where
Charlotte
everything-
Flair makes sense.
I
if
don't
you want-
think that's true either. I think for me, and then Santo, you can go cook.
Okay.
I think for me, it's as simple as she was using her most iconic move because it's super iconic.
It's
That's why
on
everybody
TV.
was like wooing because that's the
That's-
Ric Flair chop. That's the thing that's why Braun Breaker was spamming spears and Jacob Fatu was spamming Samoa drops. Like
It was
it's a
just-
rumble. You're gonna use the thing that everybody's gonna react to. So I don't think it's a big deal.
I don't think anyone reacted to anything that Charlotte did. Oh man,
That is a lie.
that's-
Everybody-
that is-
No, no,
hate. That is
No, no,
100%
no,
hate.
Lonnie,
Lonnie,
this is where I disagree with you.
Well,
Now,
let Santo go.
Let
'Ause
Santo
No,
go.
because I mean,
Yeah, Santo, go ahead. Santo, go ahead.
first of all, y'all know I've been calling it for weeks now that Charlotte Flair was going to win the Royal Rumble. I just want you guys to just take a moment and hold that L. Just
I mean, it was the
appreciate.
low hanging fruit. It was like the obvious.
What you saying Lonnie for?
No, but like I said, I mean, it's her first match back. I mean, she is going to get a lot of hate because everybody thinks that everything's just handed to her. But you cannot deny she is one of the goats of literally women's wrestling in general.
Yes,
in term,
she can be one of the goats, and everything is also handed to her.
Okay, I also am in the same stance with Riddell. Like, if you are still kind of limited, because as you can see, when she won the Rumble and she asked the ref to, hey, I need you to help me pull down the rope so I can get out of the ring because her knee is still kind of damaged. Like, she was just in her like Loki said, and I completely agree as well. She's in a striking stage right now. You're not going to see a lot of her moves are technical. She's a technical wrestler as well. She's not going to, a Royal Rumble isn't something for a lot of submissions and whatnot. So that's just the type of wrestler that she is. She performs better in a one-on-one versus a free-for-all type match. And to say that people were not going off for her chops is just complete hate. At this point.
Man.
No. When she was chopping people were wooing.
Let's not act. My only problem with this is something I don't like. If you're gonna come back like that, especially when you're gone that long, you don't win it. You just don't win the Rumble, in my opinion.
John
know?
Cena won it.
Edge won it.
Let me be honest. Okay. I was a child, but looking back on it now, I don't like that John Cena won it. I don't like that Edge won it.
No way.
But this is my thing. But I'm not sitting here hating. Now that Charlotte won, I'm not mad at it. My thing is, it would have been so interesting to see Roxanne Perez win it, but we knew she wasn't going to win it. The problem with the women's Royal Rumble was the fact that they didn't promote it enough, especially compared to them when you compare it to the men's, and the fact that you were saying it, but also it was rooted in the dirt sheets that Charlotte was going to win it for months. For months that Charlotte was going to win it. So that loses the unpredictability that a Royal Rumble needs to have. Now I just want to ask you guys, let's talk about the things that were set up in this Rumble. One thing that stood out to me, Ivy now eliminated Lyra Valkyria.
Can I, before you ask your bunch of questions, I do want to say one thing, that at the very least add the alternative perspective. The dirt sheets were also saying that Becky Lynch was going to return.
That's right.
And it was also saying that Alexa Bliss was not going to return. So they were wrong about, they said Jade Cargill was going to return.
Didn't they also say CM Punk was going to win too?
Exactly. So that's like the dirt sheet.
No, but the biggest one in terms of the women's was Charlotte Flair was going to win. That was the biggest one.
No, I think the biggest one was Becky Lynch was going to win. That's what I think.
It was always between Charlotte and Becky. So once I saw that, like, oh, Becky's not here, I was like, oh, they're going to give it to fucking Charlotte. As soon as I saw Becky not show up, I'm like, they're giving it to Charlotte.
Well, you didn't know that until the 30th spot. So you had no.
Yeah, and then as soon as that, I didn't have to watch it anymore. I'm like, oh, they're going to give it to Charlotte.
That's nasty.
I want to clear this up from the biggest dirt sheet of all, Fightful, and the most. Becky Lynch hasn't re-signed yet. Becky Lynch hasn't re-signed from her previous contract.
Oh, okay.
She hasn't re-signed. We haven't got any reports that she ever re-signed or has re-signed or has signed back.
They also said AJ Lee was gonna show up.
Yeah, the biggest.
I never believed that. I never believed that.
Up on was AJ Lee was gonna return.
I never believed that.
These dirt sheets aren't reliable. Like they're just.
But I'm saying the biggest one that got picked up was that AJ was going to return.
So Lonnie, if it wasn't Charlotte, who you would have given it to? If it wasn't Charlotte, and be objective.
Be objective. I probably would have gone Io Sky, or Bianca.
Again,
Io won a Rumble. No,
like have her go to WrestleMania and win the belt again.
No, well, with Charlotte Flair
over Charlotte.
With Charlotte, because I was gonna pick because I'm not. I thought Charlotte was probably going to win regardless. So like, if Charlotte shows up, there's like a fit. Like if it's between her and Becky, or if one of them is gonna win. That was my dark horse was Roxanne. I'm glad that she finished a lot higher than what I originally thought she was probably gonna finish.
That tells me.
Yeah, second is crazy.
That tells me how high they are.
They're gonna be pushing the Prodigy crazy. They're gonna be pushing the Prodigy crazy. Yeah, and also, Jada did do her thing. She also got a few people out of there. They're gonna be pushing Jada too. Mm-hmm. No, but Charlotte was probably the most likely pick. I just didn't like it. I thought it was a very what's the word I'm looking for? Organizational, like just okay. Like she's like the face of she's like one of the faces of women's WWE. She's coming back. They're going to push her. Makes sense. Now, what you do with that, I was just like, oh, you're probably going to put her against Tiffany to kind of elevate Tiffany's status because I think like Tiffany's going to beat her in Mania. But I was thinking if it's not Charlotte or Becky, it's probably going to be Io or Bianca. Jade would have been great if she showed up, but
that's what I was going to say.
I don't think
earlier.
Jade would deserved it.
Jade needs
work.
Again. Hold on. Soon, and I don't mean to side note the conversation, but we are going to have to start talking about busts with Jade.
I don't think she's a bust.
If she is still she's still developing at this point after her run in AEW as well. We need to start having this conversation with her. If she still can't remember spots and isn't as safe to work with, this might be a bust.
I wouldn't say.
Side note: my girl agrees. Nia Jax is beautiful, but she definitely beats up men. Just saying.
Yeah, she
Definitely beats up Mitch.
But all right,
But,
let me get these questions out the way, and then we'll talk about where Charlotte's road goes from here. First things first, let's talk about the things that were set up in the Women's Royal Rumble. The one that stood out to me was Ivy Nile eliminating Lyra Valkyria, setting up an Intercontinental Championship match because Loki, you and I were talking. Ivy Nile screams worker. She holds that title for a long time, having great matches. She's fantastic. But Ivy Nile was great. Obviously, Alexa Bliss coming back. Who knows what they do with her? She came out with the doll too, so possible White Six connection or whatever you want to do with that. Naomi and Jordan and how Bianca was like, "What the fuck's going on with this?" You know, right? And
So
her
put her on
her
SmackDown?
and that going on. Obviously, Jordan Grace. Now that she's in the WWE, who knows where she goes? And I'm telling you right now, she's a main eventer. She's a main eventer.
I agree.
Wherever she goes, she'd have fantastic matches with anybody. And I'm like, her and Rhea would cook in a way that I'm not prepared to talk about. But that's just me. All right. Obviously, there's what do you do with Piper Niven and Chelsea Green if you want to do about that? What do you want to do with Trish Stratus? That was a one time. I'm not worried about that. But Nia Jax coming in and just cleaning out the field in a way that I didn't like. That's just me. I didn't like, but that was a possible way to clean out the field. And then last but not least, Nikki Bella. If she signed a contract, what do you do with her? Because they even try to show her in like that thing in Dallas where like, oh, look at how the people went crazy. Nobody went crazy at that little
We are not moved.
No
We
one
are not moved.
No one moved.
Those people
Let's
didn't
first-
move, but I do think she got a cheer. Like,
She did get
A
a cheer.
cheer.
I don't
Yes,
wanna-
yes,
I
she
don't
got
wanna-
a cheer. One.
no, we're being nasty. I
No,
don't
we're being
want-
honest.
outright-
Her time is
No,
done.
no one's fake. No one
Riddell,
stood up.
Riddell,
Everyone's
if
faces
you
were just
cheered,
like,
brother,
"Oh, she
just say
cleared."
you cheered. Just say you
No-
cheered.
No, I personally wanted Becky Lynch, but the thing is, Nikki Bella, I do think that she got a type of. It's like compared to her showing up versus Liv Morgan last year, I think she got a bit bigger pop on 30. So Nikki Bella, I think you throw her in the mid card to help the women's mid card division.
Nikki Bella,
I
you
think-
throwing out the fucking company, brother. What are we talking about?
I think you keep her
no,
backstage.
no,
Loki,
need to
we
go that
can't do
far.
that. Loki, we can't do
keep-
that. She's here.
Make
She's
her a
here.
manager.
She
She's
can
here
wrestle.
and-
Brother,
What is this
she-
Nikki
she-
Bella hate? I
she
don't
does-
know
want
what
to
you
get
no.
the Nikki Bella hate,
you know
bro.
what
I'm
you
not
do?
gonna
You know
lie.
what you do with Nikki Bella? You open back up the mixed tag division. You put her with John Cena. That's his retirement tour.
No.
No.
Tell
no,
me what you
no,
do
no,
with Nikki
no.
Bella, dog.
What
No,
did
no.
Nikki Bella? You acting like Nikki Bella is Tessa Blanchard. Like, what did she do?
No,
That
no,
shit
no,
not
do
even
not-
on
do
here,
not-
brother. What is-
First things first, don't do that
what
to the
is she
GOAT.
about to do? That's about to change
To the
the
who?
division.
She could be a good mid card feud
She's
for
not-
Lyra and Chelsea. Like,
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
okay.
I am just gonna say this. I am sorry. Her level of wrestling can take a backseat to everybody. The game has passed her by. We are done. We're done with the
Thank you,
90s.
Santo. Thank you.
We are
Santo.
done with the
Her
Bellas. The
NXT.
No,
Bellas
we're not
cannot.
done
She
with the
can
90s.
even in
We're done with
NXT.
the
She can
80s.
no.
We're
I
done
don't
with
want her to
the
do
The new one,
nothing.
Evolve, the Evolve, whatever. That's that they're coming out. in
I
March.
think
Put her
we're
in that shit.
we're
No, she's too big
overreacting
for that.
a
She's too
little
big for that,
bit.
Lonnie.
Is she?
It is not
Yes.
needed.
Maxine
is.
Dupree is still in the women's roster. Like, come on, we're overreacting. Because
You
the thing
had-
is, even
Hey,
if
Mac,
Nikki,
no, put some respect on Maxine.
No,
she did
no.
her thing in the Rumble. She
Thank
did her
you,
thing.
Lonnie.
so we're gonna
Respect
hype
on
up
Maxine.
Maxine Dupree, but kill
Hey.
Nikki Bella.
Dude,
Come on.
Maxine, hold on,
Come on.
Maxine.
But
hold on,
you know
not
but you know
just
but you know
Maxine.
no
Not just
no but you know the
B-Fab
but you
too. B-Fab and Maxine
but you
are
know the
levels above
difference.
that.
Maxine Dupree and somebody like you just said, BFAB, they're still in developmental. If you're asking somebody that's considered one of the goats of wrestling and she does not look good, send her home. She's not needed. The game has passed her by. We do not need you.
All right, hold on,
What
guys.
you-
Let me add a little bit on there. So here's an article. WWE management was seemingly taken aback by fan interest in watching Nikki Bella soon thereafter. It was reported that Nikki was working on a comeback deal with the Stanford-based promotion. The Hall of Famer, although did not win the Royal Rumble match, she was eliminated by Nia Jax, but she did manage to secure an elimination. She did take Bayley out. Now she has marked an in-ring return, and it is expected that she will be in action for a while before she calls it quits. Now, is it a coincidence that she comes back the same time John Cena comes back? Possibly, but keep them apart. They don't need each other.
Are they
They're not
together
together
still?
anymore.
They're not together. They're
Yeah.
divorced.
So and also let's put this.
He's
She is
leaving?
41. She is 41 years old, and
Nia Jax's
normal age
40.
for WWE. The Nikki Bella, like I get what y'all are saying, but the developmental thing actually works against you, in my opinion, because Nikki Bella doesn't need to be this fantastic wrestler to build the mid card for the women's division. She
How
just
much aura
doesn't.
do you think
Not
that
at
she
all.
still has?
What?
How much aura do you think she still has?
Way more than Michin. I love Michin. Way more than Michin. I love
No,
Michin.
you
Way
are
more than
Did he not
BFAB.
say-
Way
What are
more
you
than
talking
Michin.
about? Did you?
They
Riddell,
know.
We're jumping
Hold
him
on,
in the back.
hold on.
We're
Everybody
jumping him in the
pause.
back.
Hold on.
No, I'm
Riddell-
just
Everybody
being
pause.
objective. I
Riddell,
really like Michin.
you're being objective, and
Hold
I'm
on,
just
Riddell.
telling you, you are wrong. You're
You're
just
wrong.
flat wrong.
Hold on. I
Michin
have a
gets
question
no
for
pop.
Riddell.
I am not wrong.
What do you mean
This
she
is
gets
not
no
even-
pop? No
You
pop?
are you are
Let me
100%
say
wrong.
something.
What are
Let
you
me say
talking
something.
about?
You're
Let me
wrong.
say something. Let me ask
We're
a
now
question.
we're
Riddell.
being biased. Like, come
Riddell.
on.
No, that's not a bias. You're
Hold
saying
on,
Michin
let me
doesn't get
ask
any
you a
pop? No,
question.
she
Let me ask a
does.
question. Let me ask a
Oh my
question. Riddell.
God,
What
I'm
has
trying to be.
Riddell? What has Nikki Bella did that compares anything to Michin throwing Chelsea Green in that dumpster?
I'm not talking about in-ring talent because Michin clears Nikki Bella. I'm talking about present aura and being able to build a mid
Yes, what has she done? That's like a.
What has she
like a
done?
She
big-
has the name. Tonto literally just said she's one of the goats. What do you mean? What has she done? What do we like?
Tell
what
me
are
a
we talking
moment.
about?
Tell me a moment.
That was
Bro.
back then. You're going on the nostalgia. You're trying to pull the Hulk Hogan card. Nah, we're done. We're done with the Bellas. The Bellas don't have it
Women's
anymore.
wrestling has evolved a lot since then. These aren't no
It's
5-minute matches
past.
anymore. These aren't 5-minute matches.
Bro,
It is
think
past.
it's kind of crazy.
She's pre Four Horsemen. Like she.
So what? So is Trish Stratus, and Trish Stratus is great.
But
thing
And
was-
look at the
that thing was
reaction
jiggling
she
too. Let
got
me stop.
compared to Nikki Bella.
Trish Stratus is legitimately the GOAT, but Nikki Bella still got to react.
But she's not about to like be.
I don't know.
She's not about to be here.
We
every
must
week.
have different ears. There's no way you're telling me you heard Nikki Bella's reaction and you heard Michin's reaction and you think it's comparable. I'm be honest, we're being biased. We could pull it up right now. This is not even a conversation. They're not even in the same.
It sounded pretty comparable to me.
No, it didn't. Let's pull it up. Pull it up right now.
If she was
You-
slightly
Pull
louder,
it up.
congratulations.
you
Pull it
can
up.
pull up whatever
Michin
you
was a
want to
5,
pull up.
hers was at
We
a
can pull up
6.
both their entrances and really listen to how
Yeah,
the
and
crowd
one was
reacts.
at fine. One was at a 5, the other one was at a 6.
This is-
Hold
this
on,
is-
hold
They
on,
weren't
hold
even
on, hold
close.
on, hold on, hold on, hold on.
They were
Look,
close.
look, time out, fellas.
This is a
He
lot.
said,
Look, we can
This
no,
is
no, fellas,
crazy.
time out, because y'all gonna make the Dell
you're
crash
giving
out.
it- you're
There
giving
is
it
a
break.
thing that we're talking about here. In comparing, one of them is clearly the better worker. Michin is clearly the better worker,
Facts.
right? But
Okay.
Riddell is also right. People do not care about Michin the same way they care about Nikki Bella.
Thank you.
And
Just
I think you're overestimating
people.
it. People
These
care
people.
about Nikki Bella.
It's 1 for 5.
No.
It's a win
Obviously,
for
now,
5.
obviously, this is where I'm gonna fight back against Riddell. Now, if Nikki Bella won the Rumble, people wouldn't be happy about it. Or if Nikki Bella was all of a sudden fighting for
Agreed.
championships, people wouldn't be happy about it. But I see where Riddell's talking about. If she was a mid card, she's feuding with Lyra, she's feuding with Chelsea Green for a little bit before she calls it quits. I don't see Nikki Bella staying here for multiple years.
It's like
you know what?
Nikki
You know
Bella
what,
can
Random?
feud
You
with
actually have a
Michin. How
point.
about that?
You know what they should do,
How about that?
Santo?
I'm
You
just
can
saying
feud
there's
with
nothing
Michin.
wrong with her
You know what
having
they
a
should do, Santo?
job. Like I
Riddell,
thought-
you inspired me
No,
because I now I got
I
an
agree.
idea. You know what they should do? They should have her. They should make her do a feud with Maxine Dupree. There you go.
She'd be better.
Yeah, that's
There you go. Yeah, have her do a feud with
have
Maxine
her feud
Dupree.
with Michin. How about that?
Someone
Put
that's on
Michin
her
over.
level.
Put
You're
Michin
gonna
over.
have
So he said
the-
Maxine's on the same level as Nikki Bella. This is so disrespectful.
In terms of in ring,
It's- No, I'm not talking about in ring. I'm talking about overall. Overall, it's not
overall, hey,
even
she can help Maxine get there. There you go.
and all of this. Oh, I'm just cute. I'm pretty, and I'm terrible on the mic. That's not gonna work now. That worked back then because there was nobody. Like that's what I'm saying. Nikki Bella is not gonna be doing anything.
Yeah, have
You're
her-
gonna put her. You're gonna put her in feuds,
Damn.
and you're not gonna have her go over on anything.
She'll
I'm not
Like
gonna
you're
lie, bro.
this
Fine,
this
bro.
no,
You
but what
need
I'm saying is that that
bag.
people are banking on this Nikki Bella name. That name does not hold the reverence that you guys think it does.
That's not true.
She's just gonna be a
If-
stepping
if
stone.
Chelsea
for
Green
whoever else.
and Lyra Valkyria go in a little mini feud with Nikki Bella and beat her, that just
We
helps
are
the
not.
range.
We
The
are.
thing
and
is,
we
when it
are
comes
not
to the
moving.
women's mid card division, there's not a lot of people that they can just throw at these girls, and it would be helpful for their reign. That's
Did
you-
why. That's
Did we
why.
not?
That's
I'm
why
sorry.
they keep on running back Chelsea Green and Michin. They're running it back like a third time. They
Yo, I'm
need
not gonna-
people in that women's mid
They
card.
don't run feuds 3 times anymore.
Yo,
Bro, come on.
Can
Who
I?
else
Can I
is in the
just?
women's
No.
SmackDown?
Can I just say this? We just watched a women's Royal Rumble with a bunch of women there. We can just say that WWE does not know how to run successful women's wrestling. I can just say that.
I can say that because I'm look. Obviously,
I can say that because you
Yeah,
guys
I
saw
can
how
definitely
many women are there. We just had 4 women from NXT. Like
Right.
have great showings. We have great female wrestlers in both Raw and SmackDown. We just have terrible booking for women's wrestling. I'm just gonna say that. So Nikki Bella is not moving any needle.
No,
All right, but-
the reason why the thing is a lot of the women right now are high profile. So it wouldn't be, and I also think the women's tag team division kind of ruins things. Honestly, they need to scrap that. So Bianca and Naomi were stuck in the and Jade were stuck in the tag team division. Liv was a main eventer. Raquel is stuck with Liv, so she can't be really going for over any mid card titles. Zelina Vega, I was waiting for, but they moved her to SmackDown, so now she's in it. B-Fab is now separating herself from the Street Profits. So Piper Nevin
she got a
is
lot of work to
with
do.
Chelsea Green.
She got a lot of work to do.
Who? Which one?
BFAB got a lot of work.
B-Fab's not
B-Fab for sure.
separating- she's
Blair
not
Davenport,
separating
I'm with
herself.
you. They
Mhm.
weren't really building Blair Davenport. I don't know what's going on with that. They need to build her. But other than that, everybody else is the main eventer. Naya's the main eventer. Candice is stuck with Naya. Tiffany Stratton is the main eventer. Bailey's the main eventer. Like, honestly, because they added a mid card, now they're trying to figure out, all right, who do we put in the mid card? Because everybody's trying to get that main event title.
So you just called out so many women that are main eventers and put them in the mid card. Why bring a washed up Nikki Bella whose name does not hold the reference or the reverence that you guys think it does? It's a waste of space.
Dude, both of you. Wait, I have so many points to address. But number one, if we want to talk about in ring and name, you could have brought Brie Bella would have been a lot better than Nikki.
But
Oh,
Brie
yeah,
didn't
but
say
she's
she
done.
wanted to
She's done.
join.
She's like,
Yeah,
I got
Brie's
Nikki
done.
wants
kids.
to come back.
I know
Brie never
Brie's
said
done,
she wants to
but
come back.
That would have been
Nikki
a lot
was
better
no.
than
To be
Nikki.
fair, Nikki was the one that said she wanted to come back.
Mickey James
Exactly.
was in the crowd. Mickey James was in
Nikki
the crowd.
never
Mickey
said
James
she
would
wanted
have
to
been
come
nice.
back. You guys are
Nikki-
asking for
Nikki's
Yeah,
Nikki.
done
Never
too,
said
man.
she
She's
wanted to come
done too. She's done too.
I'm
Not-
not.
There's
too
a
many
lot better
people-
talents than Nikki. There's people
Yeah,
on
not-
the
not-
roster
no,
that would have been
Yeah,
better
but
than
not
Nikki.
too many people are staying in shit. Trish Stratus coming back was a surprise, and we know that she stayed in shape. She looked great,
But
For
she's
being in
always
her
gonna
50s.
she's always gonna be one that comes back.
and that thing was jiggling. I don't know what to tell y'all, but God,
Yeah,
damn,
I don't know if Trish wants to. I don't know what up with Trish. I don't know if she wants to
You
wrestle.
brought out you
Trish
brought
is
out Lash
Trish
Legend, you
Trish
should've
is
brought out
that
Shakira.
you know that one spot in the Royal Rumble when you bring back like a legend and stuff like that. That's Trish's spot from now on.
Yeah, so
Like
what was
she's
Nikki's
not there
spot?
to run a program.
Yeah, probably. Just make a quick paycheck, get a quick pop.
Yeah.
Ultimately, I think for the most part, that's what I'm saying. Just adding one person who wants to work here and throw her in a quick feud to keep building Chelsea and Lyra's momentum is not a bad thing, considering everybody else is busy doing something else, or they haven't built the other ones yet. And the only ones that is up for grabs for them to build in a mid card is Blair, Elektra Lopez, Nikki Cross. No, she's in YSX. Not she doesn't even make sense. So it's
That's
like,
why I think they brought Alexa back so they can start making Nikki into the mid card aspect. 'Cause they got to build a story there. She came out with the dog.
she might go straight to the main event. I'm
That's
not
why-
gonna lie.
But how many more main event? That's what I'm saying. The main event thing
Yeah,
is so
that's-
top heavy, and you only have what 2 matches
he said-
maybe
he
per
said-
show. You have maybe 8 minutes of female wrestling per show. Like, nah, drop some of them people back to the mid card. Why can't I see Bailey hold a mid card title?
So who she takes it from?
Mm.
Because she's not
takes it
she's
from the
she's
United
not
States
running for the
SmackDown.
championship right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but who does she take the mid card from? Not Chelsea. So Lyra,
does
then
take it
what was
from
the point of giving
Chelsea.
it to Lyra? This is why.
Exactly.
No,
Yes,
you
this
take
is
it
why-
to Chelsea. You
Yeah,
take it
but
from
th-
Chelsea. She's on SmackDown.
People are gonna be
No,
pissed if you take it.
No,
from-
Chelsea's
Oh wait,
great.
She transferred.
Chelsea's
over.
great.
You're right. You're right. You're right.
So this
She
is my
transferred
this is
over to
this is
Raw.
what I said. This is what I said when they were bringing up the mid card title in the tournament. I said give it to an established veteran who we're okay with,
Yeah, and then you're gonna give it to
then she
Natalia.
can. So for instance, I was like, give it to Naomi. Naomi's great.
Oh,
Naomi's
Naomi,
fantastic,
perfect.
and she
I've been
has
saying
great
that.
matches. She has great matches with
But
the
then
younger
who do you-
people, finding a way to put them over, but she still keeps the title.
But
And then
he's saying,
eventually, if Lyra Valkyria is the person to take that title away from her, it means something. Now, Lyra right now looks like Ivy now is her first feud as a champion.
Yeah.
First
Which
feud
is
as
good.
a champion,
Yeah.
which is good.
Yeah.
But the problem is now you're stuck to the point where, like you said, Bianca, who I didn't think had a really great showing in the Rumble. Bianca didn't have a great showing. Naomi, Bailey, Becky Lynch when she comes back, Alexa Bliss who's now, I think I agree with Riddell, was a main event. These 6 people need something to do. You can't put them all in the main event.
I think they're gonna start Alexa Bliss in the mid card.
Okay, that's great, but then who do you face her off with?
Nikki Cross.
What?
Why?
But
What?
why it's 6? She's got to separate from that.
Or
You have an
no, I
unfinished
don't think
story
that.
there.
I don't think that's gonna
Where
work at all.
she literally left SmackDown, leaving Uncle Howdy. She's got
Yeah.
an unfinished story there.
Yeah, but she's not gonna pull Nikki Cross out
Yeah,
of
but
it.
also that was 2 years
No,
ago.
she's not pulling Nikki Cross out of it. She's
But-
branching out away from it.
But that was 2 years ago, bro. You gotta reestablish that with people. Like WWE has changed in the 2
Well, they
years.
haven't
she's
shown
been
the
gone.
Wyatt
Okay, yeah.
in it now.
Well, maybe they're waiting for Alexa Bliss to return. The thing is, like, I hear you when it comes down to certain but I feel like you're still stuck with the same problem because, especially with the IWC and fans in general, they're going to be pissed if a main eventer takes a mid card title. And how many people will complain if Charlotte Flair took it, Bailey took it from Lyra or Chelsea Green? They're not going to be happy with that. The only ones that you could make sense, which again, you would rather them fight for the mid card, is people who maybe be tweening or fight for the main event, is people who are kind of tweening who haven't really established them as a like Bianca Bailey or 4 Horsemen Bianca Rhea level, is maybe like an Io Sky.
Or Jade. When she's
And
finally
Jade-
ready.
I would have said.
But again,
I would've
Jade is
said-
stuck in the tag
I
team
would've said
division.
Tiffany.
Well, actually, I
before
think
she won
Alexa
Money
Bliss
in the
might,
Bank.
might go to the whole
but she
tag
had
thing, 'cause
already
the
won
Wyatt
Money in
Six
the Bank.
the White Six
So-
have that other female in there. So like,
So,
Yeah, Nikki
so,
Cross,
so I'm gonna
I would
use
say
the
Nikki
I'm gonna
Cross.
use the concept of the men's side. Kevin Owens holding a mid card, LA Knight holding a mid card, AJ Styles holding a mid card, Sami Zayn holding a mid card, Jey Uso holding a mid card. Not now because my God, they finally pushed the button. A Jimmy holding a mid card.
Yeah, I don't think any of
What-
these dudes are established main eventers to the levels of Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, Seth
Mm,
Rollins, CM Punk. I don't
But I just named everybody that's in the main event.
know that. Well,
See.
we know the difference between people who end up who are in the main event here and there versus established main eventers. Like,
Okay. So if I said Liv down to mid card,
now
Are we mad?
Liv is
She should go
interesting,
down.
but she just won the world title. People are going to look at her like, oh, now you got downgraded. to-
I
she
think.
wants
putting her in
I-
the,
but-
putting her in the
but-
tag scene. With,
But what I'm
Liv
saying is that I
Morgan.
think the idea that people are going to be mad, I don't think that's true. I
Yeah,
don't
I
think people are going to be mad.
People are going to see lesser of Liv. Liv stock is going to go down. People are going to be the Liv fans will 100% be mad. They'll be.
But the only reason you see less of anyway, this goes back into WWE and women's wrestling. If you don't have a belt, you don't get screen time.
Okay.
So having her in the feud gives her screen time.
Riddell, I have a question.
But that still lowers the prestige. It'll be the same thing if Cody lost it, or no, better yet, Roman Reigns lost the title, and the idea of throwing him in the mid card to give him screen time, people would not be happy. Like Roman Reigns
But-
going for the U.S. title,
That's completely different because I'm not calling somebody that's the face of the company being a mid card.
Okay, Randy Orton, same thing.
Randy Orton as a mid card is is not a bad thing.
Randy Orton just
Randy
got
Orton
his way
going to the
back
main
to the
This
top.
stage,
It is not a bad thing at this stage against Braun. Are you
Brother, he was
crazy?
just in-
That
he
is
was just in the mid-card
bro.
for years with
what?
Matt Riddle.
People want to
Was
see
he not in the
Randy
I'm
go,
sorry,
mid-card?
I'm talking,
go
I'm
after
talking.
the main event. Come on, like
Wait,
I am talking way
Randy
too
not
loud.
was Randy not just in the mid card with Matt Riddle as the tag team champions?
tag.
Mhm.
Well, I don't think the tag team is also the fact that people
Was that not the mid card when he
I
was
don't think
next to Matt
tag
Riddle?
team,
That's not
and mid card. I
mid-card?
do think they're different because you
No
can.
way.
But
Mid
is that
mid
not
card is
mid-card?
Main event. she's
mid
attacking
mid
them
card.
right now. They're
Okay,
different.
okay. Let's establish something. Isn't mid card everything that's not the main title?
No,
That's
I
why
know
I'm
we
confused,
under.
bro.
No,
It's like
I'm asking just for clarity.
I would say no. I would say no because, for instance, let's just use the obvious one. John Cena's a main eventer.
Yeah.
Just
But
because
he's
he's
in
not
the-
main title does not mean
and-
he's not a main
He's in the
eventer.
main event scene.
No,
deals with
he's
main
in the
event.
he's a main eventer, but
Drew
let's
Mac-
not say that John Cena doesn't have one of the greatest U.S. title runs in history,
No, we agree. But let me say this.
and
Let
it's
me
not a
use-
bad thing.
Yeah, but let me use another example because John Cena's too easy. Drew McIntyre is a main eventer.
Yes.
He's a main eventer.
Yes.
He doesn't need a title. He doesn't need the title, but he's a main eventer.
They don't establish the women's wrestling like the way that they would. They wouldn't give a woman without a title the screen time that they give Drew. They wouldn't.
That's not true though. Like Chelsea Green got so much screen time before
As a gag character.
As a gag, she was
a
R-Truth.
gag.
She was a character. What do you?
That's a
Well,
gag.
So
Okay.
Okay.
Let me
Io
ask you a question.
Io Sky, because now we're picking and choosing our arguments.
But okay,
Io
the name.
Sky gets
We've
a
been
lot of
picking
screen
and
time.
choosing.
Okay,
but we
Riddell,
said
Riddell.
Randy
Io
Orton,
Sky,
tag team
that's
champion,
in-ring
is
matches.
main eventer.
Riddell.
Io Sky gets in a lot of in-ring matches. What are we
Yeah,
talking
but
about?
Riddell,
No, that's what I'm saying. In ring matches.
But Riddell, let me ask you a question.
Aside from that, you don't see Io Sky.
Riddell, let me ask you a
Io Sky
question.
doesn't do English promos, and Damage Control doesn't do a lot of
What
stuff.
the hell? She doesn't.
Hold
do
on, before you
English
go, Ran-
promos?
before you go random, I have a question for Riddell.
I thought I
There's like-
talked to Bailey plenty of times.
Her natural promo is not in English. She does it
Okay.
but we understand the difference. Like, I'm not saying anything that's controversial. Io Sky, love Io Sky, but she's naturally
she's not.
Mike.
She's not fluent in English, but she doesn't. Saying she doesn't do promos in English is crazy.
No,
No, it's
but I
not
was
crazy.
referring
No,
to-
no. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. Riddell. Go ahead.
You're fine. What I'm saying, what I was referring to, if I had to break it down, is Io Sky is not naturally gonna go. Is not natural in English to the point where she can just do a promo at any given moment. That's not her thing.
Yeah, she needs like some prep and things like that.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like,
She's like Penta.
Yeah. No, Riddell. Because you were saying how like the women's tag team division is like crumbling and things like that. So
yeah, I don't really like the women's.
Yeah,
tag team.
so with them adding the whole Liv Rodriguez team, and then if they possibly do Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss,
There you go.
do you think that can help elevate?
No,
and, like, maybe
personally,
fix
I
the tag team division, like giving them like those like big, those more, like two more big faces.
no. I think for me personally, those are not established tag teams. They're just people thrown together to be a tag team. I think for the most part,
Like
from
they're
what
not
I
the
can
linear.
tell-
They're not the Fusion Collective. They're not that.
exactly. Oh, they're not. They're not
Well,
the
Liv and
party
Rodriguez,
girls.
it's like the whole bodyguard thing. It's almost like the Chelsea.
No, I
Green
got you, but they're not.
type of thing.
But other than we've never seen them tag team together, Lonnie. That's what he's saying. We
talking
like
about Liv
not
and
like that. Like they're not like the Fusion Collective, who we know is a team. We've seen them work as a team. Even in the Rumble, at the first part of the Rumble, they were dominating. They're whipping people's asses.
Yeah, but I feel like they've been prepping Liv and Rodriguez for it for a
Yeah, they
while.
have.
They
Because,
have
like we saw them in what was the last big Kelly?
Saturday night's main event.
No, the
Survivor Series.
yeah, we saw them in Survivor Series together. They were doing like combo moves together there. They've been doing combo moves weeks before that. So it's like they've been like slowly like hinting at like Liv and her eventually being a group.
What do you mean? Who? Raquel?
I
I think
Brother,
the
they were the
I,
tag team champions like 2-3 years ago.
I just
Right.
want to say this. I
Yeah,
think
so
that, I think
so
that
that's a fine team, Riddell. That's what I'm saying. Like
yeah,
they're
but
adding-
but
they're
what
adding talent.
but the problem is yes they're adding, but they're adding like okay two. You have two tag team belts. I think if it was one and they traveled like between both shows, I think it could work. But I don't think they have enough tag teams to keep that division.
Wait, are they adding?
that-
Are they adding a tag team belt to Raw?
No, there's only one tag team.
There's only
No,
Yeah.
the women don't have enough for have 2 tag team belts. Just have one.
I thought they were.
They only
I
have
thought they
one.
were. I thought they were
No,
establishing
no,
a
no.
second one. My bad.
If they
So
are,
my
that's
bad.
a bad
That's my
idea.
fault.
That's it.
They
If
only
they
have
are,
one.
that's a bad idea.
But yeah,
Why?
they don't have it. They
It's
don't have
last
enough
question
teams. That's
and
why.
lobby
That's
thing.
why I don't. I don't. I
Not
don't think
only
it's gonna work.
that, not only do that's why I think you might as well just like make it an NXT mostly thing now, or just make it where it's just like take it off Bianca and Naomi, because even though they made it relevant, they didn't make the division relevant because nobody was believably beating Bianca and Jade. And the only people who was believable enough to beat Bianca and Jade are people you have to throw together. So just throw it back to the NXT, give it to Unholy Union, Party Girls, and just let them cook. And every now and then they could be a Raw and SmackDown, because I don't think at this point Bianca, Naomi, Bianca, Jade, even Liv and Raquel won't be able to save this tag team division. I don't think.
But that's what I'm saying. So why? Well, then that
No,
goes
no,
back
no,
in.
trust,
That
trust,
goes
trust.
that goes back into what I'm saying about WWE and not
Let them.
really
I get it.
booking women's wrestling properly. Like, why not have the people from NXT travel just for
Look
that?
at it.
Just for that
Look at
I
belt.
mean, they just did that like a few
Sean.
weeks ago.
Yeah, Sean just
Yeah.
moved up, guys. Give it 3 to 6 months. Evolve is about to come out. We got prospects coming in. The prospects are gonna go to NXT. NXT's coming up. It's gonna be more women, more tag teams. It's
Real
gonna
real
work out
talk.
in
And
itself.
NXT should no longer be a developmental show. It should be like
Now,
a
I've
main
been
stage.
saying this for the past
They're
year. They
originally
treat it like a third
They
brand.
keep
You
on
can turn
signing
in your Royal
AEW and
Rumble. You can
Japanese
cash in your
wrestlers.
money in the bank at NXT, but it's not the third brand. It doesn't make sense.
they're moving up there. They're getting to like B plus, like right behind the A shows. But ultimately, for me, I think another big part about it, unfortunate is to say, which I do think you can probably blame, maybe the booking is these tag teams, like the Party Girls. If we forget, they held the titles for a while, but they weren't really getting the reactions, right? And sometimes that's kind of the big thing for a lot of these guys who are trying to book shows to get like, who do people care about? And it might be frustrating because it's you also have to build them to that. But certain gimmicks just don't work. Like Party Girls, it wasn't really going to work. If we're being honest, hard to say. Unholy Union, great. Hey, Alba Fire, fantastic wrestler, and Isla Dawn. We already know what to talk about when it comes to Isla Dawn. But are we really sold on a witch gimmick? So it's like I do think that it's just best to kind of let them sink or swim, allow them to either, hey, we're here, or if they're not here, just make it more of an NXT thing. You don't have to force. Now that you have mid-card titles on both on both brands, you have plenty of women that can just enter that. Alba Fire can go in there if she really wanted to. Honestly, I think Kaden Carter and Katana Chance are fantastic wrestlers. They can even go in there if they wanted to break up and just do it like that. So I don't think the tag team stuff's working.
And perfect. All of that works. Nikki Bella, we don't need you. Nikki Bella, we don't need you.
If they decide to do that, that's the thing.
But you see what I'm saying. You have so many people that you can showcase all of that. That we don't need the Hulk Hogan's to sell anything. We don't need Nikki Bella to come and help anything. No,
Hulk Hogan's a bad example. But the thing is, if they decide to do that, sure. But we don't know if they want to break up and do their own thing. For now, in the next like 2 months, it's not easy to just throw them in there. An established name right now for a quick feud is Nikki Bella, not Katana Chance, not Kaden Carter, I'm be honest, not Shayna Baszler, not Zoe Stark. If you want to really start putting these people on TV that people actually care about,
have them lose. Bella. So you want Nikki Bella to go over?
No, hell no.
So you're bringing her to lose?
Yes, to build the.
That doesn't work for me, brother.
I'm good, bro.
Nikki Bella does not have enough say to do anything.
I think
that's fine.
Look. All right, hold on. We don't need to talk. We've dived enough about Nikki Bella. All right, obviously, we will know in the coming weeks what her role is in the company. But let's talk Charlotte. Who does she go after? I'm gonna tell you what I think real quick. I think the best thing for me is she goes and has the trilogy match with Rhea, and it doesn't matter who wins. That's the move. If she goes against Tiffany, she's winning that match. No,
That's what's happening.
I actually
She's
think the
beating
opposite.
Tiffany.
I think the
I
opposite.
think the opposite as well.
I
I think
think
the way
think
that they want
Melania.
to elevate Tiffany, the way that like the WWE loves Tiffany, and like not just like the fans, but the organization. I feel like the way that they really elevate Tiffany as a champion is by her beating the Queen.
I look.
Yeah.
I would
I-
love. To, I would hold on.
Go
Sorry,
ahead,
sorry.
go ahead.
I would.
No,
I would
go.
love to agree with you. I would love to agree with you guys, but we've seen this before. She literally did it to Rhea. This exact same situation where she did it to Rhea.
No, well, Rhea challenged her, but yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. So look. Look. The trilogy match is the match for me. But Santo, go ahead and say what you have to say.
no,
What's your number?
I'm gonna be short and sweet. I think I agree. The trilogy with Rhea, go for it. Tiffany Stratton, leave her alone. Let her cook. Just leave it alone. Bring Becky back. Have her go. Sure. Alexa Bliss. Sure. Live anybody. Sure. Leave Charlotte out of that because they're going to bring her over. You don't win the Rumble and lose. You're not everybody's going to be Cody Rhodes, but I think Tiffany can do it all by herself. Leave her doing it. She's going straight to the moon. She's the J Uso of female wrestling right now. Leave her alone. I think Rhea and Charlotte is main event mania.
I'm not mad at you for that. I think so.
I'm with Lonnie. I completely disagree with what both of you guys are saying. It's going to be Charlotte versus Tiffany Stratton at WrestleMania. That's 100% the move. And I don't agree with the idea that you win Rumble, you have to win. I mean, unfortunate as to say, Shinsuke Nakamura didn't win. Asuka didn't win either. The thing is, in this one, there's also a very interesting story between the princess versus the queen. Like
Princess versus the Queen.
it's right there. Plus Tiffany, like I do think they're gonna do the Nia feud, of course, and that's gonna cook and help build Tiffany. But the one that really established Tiffany as a true main eventer on the level of a Rhea, on a Bianca, of a Bailey, really, is beating Charlotte. It's absolutely beating Charlotte. Now, personally, for me, I'm one of those type of people. If I understand it can go either way. I don't, unless it's a really bad decision. I don't. I'm not going to care that much if Charlotte wins. If Charlotte wins, it is what it is. Tiffany could win it back later on, but I do think there's a strong chance that Tiffany Stratton can beat Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania. Plus, again, we already saw Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley quite a bit at WrestleMania. You ain't. Like you're gonna have Rhea Ripley keep on beating Charlotte Flair because that's what it sounds like.
I don't think Rhea beats Charlotte Flair.
That would just be dumb.
I think
Rhea goes over and proves she's the better woman in the trilogy.
Regardless, people are going to be pissed. If you have Mommy losing to Charlotte,
They will be pissed.
people are going to be pissed.
And that's how you build one of the greatest female heels of all time.
She's already done it like 14, 15 times. Like, we don't. She's already done it.
She's the
To be
GOAT.
honest, dude,
You can say the same thing of
paper.
Charlotte. You can say the same thing of Charlotte beating Tiffany. People are going to hate that too, and she's going to
I
be
think
one
it
of the
might
great.
be. I think it might be.
I need her to
I
kill.
don't think Charlotte's gonna win the championship
Charlotte.
this
I need
year.
Tiffany to like put her through a wall or something, like a
I think
ladder.
whoever she chooses, whoever she chooses doesn't. I don't think Charlotte wins here. I feel like if she chooses Tiffany, Tiffany has to go over because that's the storyline there. If she chooses Rhea, I don't think she wins that either. And if she does win, then Rhea just goes over to SmackDown because what else is there left to do on Raw for Rhea?
Okay, so if
Rhea's
let's
just
say
gonna go on SmackDown and
so
win it.
let me if you don't mind right now, let me switch the question then. If Charlotte Flair is going to lose, who would you rather her lose to?
Tiffany.
To Rhea or to Tiffany?
Yeah, Tiffany.
I'm
I'm
Over
NXT
Rhea?
guy.
It doesn't do anything for Rhea if Rhea just beats
Yeah,
her.
Rhea's
It
already
doesn't do
beating
anything.
her.
I'm an NXT
It doesn't
guy.
do as much as it would for Tiffany. Who would gain more? Rhea?
Come on,
Would
baby.
Rhea gain more? Or would Tiffany gain more?
Come on, bro. We need the young. We need
Tiffany's
the
the
young
newer
star to go
champion.
over.
This is the problem though that I have when you say that it would help. Based on what I've seen and how they both perform, Tiffany can't hold Charlotte's jockstrap.
At all.
Charlotte is better, but I mean, Tiffany has to
Technically,
be, she has to
technically,
be
hold
put
on,
on
hold
the
on, hold on.
stage. She has to.
Technically, yes, but athletically, Charlotte can't hang with Tiffany.
Exactly.
It's more than athleticism, and all of you know that.
Charlotte,
I
Charlotte is like a
understand. That's why I
Gunther in
said
terms of like she's like an
technically.
ultimate
We're
technician,
talking about
but she's not
yeah,
like
we're
a
talking
high
about
flyer.
we're talking about straight athleticism, running them ropes, getting around, doing them spots. I mean,
This is I'm
It's
just
like
worried that
Penta
this.
going up against Gunther. Like
it is
Huh?
Penta
going
going up
against-
against Gunther. I wouldn't even say Gunther because Gunther's
Oh,
still
I
kind of
with,
young.
with Jay Uso, but let me stop. We'll
I'm
save it
talking
for
about
that.
like
We will save it. We will save that. Now,
That's a great combo.
yeah, we will save that. I think just whether or not it's the torch or whatever you want to call it, with Rhea just saying, look, Charlotte, your time in the sun is over. I'm that person, and it's definitive now.
word is bitch.
I was just about to say he held it back
Yeah.
so hard.
Oh,
I
why you
just
back?
have
I'm
I
that.
have a- I
Yeah,
have a question with that.
I think that's what that match signifies. It's gonna sell. It's gonna sell out more than Tiffany Charlotte. It just is.
Sounds like you're asking for a retirement match.
No.
That's what it feels
No.
like.
That's
what
not
it
what I'm.
sounds
No,
like.
that's not what I'm saying. Like
My time
Charlotte
in
can.
the sun, your time in the sun is over. That means you're over.
No,
I
that's not
think-
what I'm saying. But like
I think what he's-
the fact that it's gonna be over, like, bro, like, yeah,
time
sure,
is-
you're there, but I'm better.
Random.
Sancho, you
If
get what I
lose
mean,
to
right?
Rhea again,
Yeah, I see what
if you
you're
lose to
saying.
Rhea again, what do you do with her then? Because then, like, what
She
does
can,
she
you can
have
do
left?
other stuff with her.
She
You can do other
saying-
stuff with her.
Well,
She
what
can't
is-
work without a title.
Hold on,
She
hold
can't
on, I have
work
a
without a
question.
title.
I have a
Wouldn't
question.
Rhea beating Charlotte the first time prove that already? Like she's better than you?
That's why it's the trailer.
Did Charlotte win the first one?
Yeah,
Yes.
Charlotte
won the
wins-
first
hold
one.
on,
Rhea
won the-
hold on. Yes.
Rhea
The
won
one
the
in
second.
Are we talking about the one in NXT or is there a different one?
Yes,
No, I
yes.
don't-
That's the one, though. That's where they first met.
Yeah, but
when
nobody-
Charlotte,
NXT
Charlotte won the
storylines
Rumble.
back then don't count for
No,
WrestleMania.
Charlotte won the
that's
Rumble.
fine.
No.
What do
Don't
you
get me.
mean
Don't get
in
mad at me. They
NXT? Hold on.
no.
wait.
Don't get
She
mad
won
at
the
me.
Rumble and
Charlotte
Rhea
won the
challenged
Rumble
for
and
that
went to
Mania.
NXT to challenge the NXT champion.
Yeah,
That's
but
what
Rhea,
they decided
No,
to do.
she didn't challenge. She didn't challenge Rhea. She came out. Charlotte came out, and she was about to challenge the WWE champion or the women's champion. And Rhea came out and said, "You're challenging me." And Charlotte said, "All right." And that was the Mania match.
And that matters. That history matters, though.
Yeah,
Yes,
but,
that's what I'm
like,
saying.
that's-
That's not an NXT storyline. That is
I
a
mean,
main
it
roster
is.
storyline.
It is because Rhea was still an NXT
They
talent.
shouldn't have allowed it. They shouldn't
No,
have
I
allowed
don't-
it. That happened on the main roster.
Whether that's fine. I'm not really arguing.
That's
against
kind of
that.
semantics.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
No, the reason why it's important to distinguish Rhea being an NXT talent is because you're still not the main roster level version of you. And then once she became the main roster, basically once she turned Super Saiyan, basically when she became Rhea Bloody Ripley, she proved, now that I'm here, I'm better than you. She already did. Like you first a version of me that's like in the D League. Now I'm on the pro level with you and I'm better than you.
So they've had two matches.
It's not the same. Beating someone who is
They've had more than like 2 matches total.
Yeah.
No,
I'm
no,
confused.
not
You're
total,
saying-
but like main event, belt on the line, 2 matches, right?
Yeah, like brother, if I see you in the gym at a pickup game, like just because you're in the NBA and I'm still on my way in
Just
college, like,
saying.
it counts. It counts. I still
no.
beat you,
It doesn't. It's not the same level. Like when you.
but to us personally, I beat you. We weren't
No.
in the NBA, but I beat you.
When you beat someone who's like premature, not on the pros yet, it's not. No, it's not. I'm not going to think of it the same. Me losing when I haven't even hit the NBA yet, and then me getting all the training and getting some years in the NBA, and I just beat you. No, I'm not treating my loss before the same as when I'm on your level now.
You're not holding that.
They
You're
bring
not
up the
holding-
losses from the
No.
wrestlers that were in AEW or
If you're-
New Japan.
No,
Yeah, that's what I'm
you know,
saying.
Okay,
those
can I
don't
say-
matter. Those aren't
Then
WWE.
we-
Those are not WWE like functions. That's why that
Then we-
matters, because NXT is a WWE operation. That's why that matters.
That's
And
what I'm getting at. It
and
matters.
I think the fact that you
It
can
matters to-
definitively say, why do they have trilogy matches in boxing then?
But they're
That's-
all
That's
pro,
like no. That's not. So what
Yeah,
trilogy
what-
would be, in your terms, them fighting as amateurs and then them going pro
No.
later on, and then fighting
That's
fighting
that's
another
why I
match. And
compared
then
it
you're
like
like,
Lonnie, to add on to what you said, it's not even both of them amateurs. It's one as a pro and one
Yeah,
as an
it's
amateur.
it's
You
like
beat the amateur, then the person goes to pro.
I
Like,
think the
that
fact,
doesn't make sense.
but I
That's
think
not
the
a
fact
trilogy.
that, like Loki
That's not a
said,
trilogy.
that Rhea walked up and wanted the smoke and lost.
amateur
Sure, you
wanted
won.
to smoke
Sure-
with the pro.
Yeah, and sure
That's
you
what I'm
lost,
saying.
and sure you came back and won. But now it's the question, like, who's better? Who's better?
Rhea, she beat her when they're both.
Then
we don't know. It's
definitively prove
1-1.
it.
It's 1-1. Is
It's
it 1-1?
1-1. Then definitively
Didn't
prove
Charlotte
it.
also
So-
tell her that?
So if
yours
Charlotte
now?
comes back and says, "I want my get back," then
Oh, I mean, if that's the storyline they want to do, that's
Oh,
fine.
crap,
But I'm not.
I forgot. Last on Monday, because they posted it on like Instagram or everything like that. Charlotte was hugging the shit out of Rhea in like backstage, and they were like kissing each other on the cheek. I don't think that they're gonna have her go up against Rhea.
because they that doesn't
They're like
matter.
lifting each other up, like, "Oh my god, I miss you," yada 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 yada. And
I
I mean,
mean,
them feud
They're real life friends.
on their IG on WWE's IG, like them hugging.
There are real life friends.
Randy his
Yeah, so why
Ferrari
would they
after
have
he
him
attacked
go
him.
into
What's
a
good,
feud
brother?
like
What's
that?
good?
Lonnie,
KO was
Lonnie.
showing Randy his car the day after he attacked him on IG. All right?
Cody Rhodes and Romans are like real good friends when they were having the feud.
I heard Cody and Roman really don't like each other backstage.
They actually they're actually really good with each other.
I think they're
I'm saying, like, if
kosher. I don't
WWE
know about
posts
really
that
good.
and
I
like
think
they're all hugging each other. Like I'm not gonna assume.
Bro,
I'm
they
gonna
got
assume
each other
more, they're
Rolex.
gonna go
Cody
Tiffany
got,
more than
Cody
Rhea.
got Roman a Rolex after
Cody was
Mania.
getting everybody a Rolex. Like that's Cody.
I mean, Seth and Roman, but I guess that's everybody.
But he gave the Rock a Rolex and the Rock gave it back.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, the Rock was in there. Yeah,
So,
everybody in the match. Everybody in the match.
Yeah. So my thing is, right? So how I think there's also a level to it. The fact that all her vignettes have been on SmackDown too, especially like when Tiffany Stratton was like in the vicinity or doing a promo, like around then they were doing the vignettes. My thing with it, I think a comparison, which I feel like we would all be on the same page, is Cody Rhodes before all the BS, before when he was very young and all that, when he was losing to people like John Cena, versus Cody Rhodes now. We understand that if Cody Rhodes and John Cena went up against each other now, it's 0-0. It's not 0-6 like it probably is versus when it comes to Cody Rhodes.
No, it's 0-6. It's 0-6.
No. Cody Rhodes, you really think they're gonna build it up like it's 0-6? No, they're gonna build it
They're
like
not.
0-0.
It's
Come on. Y'all are being nasty.
Oh look, my thing is, it's like everybody watches UFC, right? It's like the moment we saw in Tough Enough, or what was it, the Ultimate Fighter, where we saw Conor McGregor talk to TJ Dillashaw. TJ Dillashaw was in the WFA, which is right under the UFC. If they would have fought, I'm pretty sure no one would have, going into their UFC fight, they would have said, "Oh yeah, remember they fought as amateurs," because Conor was still a pro at the time. They didn't fight as amateurs. I think that's what you're comparing it to. That's the
I'm really
closest thing I can
comparing,
find to.
I don't know.
Rodell said earlier.
That's what I'm saying. It's like the
Amateur
league
Challenge Pro.
underneath. It's the developmental under UFC. It's the WFA or the Dana White's Contender Series. It's the same thing.
So, question: when Roxanne and Bailey like fight in NXT, are we counting that for like when she like?
I guess not. I guess not. That doesn't matter.
I would. I absolutely would. If
It
Bailey
doesn't
wins that
matter.
match, then Roxanne wins when she comes up
it's
to the
in
main
it.
roster.
It's in it.
There's going to need to be a trilogy fight to fucking
I'm saying, like, say
settle it.
Roxanne doesn't show
I
up for
don't-
another year. Say
I
like
don't
Roxanne
think-
shows up
Oh,
in
no.
WWE next year.
I feel like it would only count if Roxanne immediately heads to the main roster. Otherwise, no. I agree.
I
Like, if
don't- I
she's
don't-
out
I don't
for a
think
year, then
the-
it's not going to matter.
I don't think it's portrayed as a trilogy match personally, but at least with this and Rhea and Charlotte, I think you could technically pass it as a trilogy match, but you can also say, like I said, I want my get back.
Which I'm
And I
fine with.
think
I'm fine
Yeah.
with. I'm fine
I
with.
think semantically, I wouldn't be mad if you call it a trilogy. I wouldn't be mad. I mean, I think both sides of the argument have valid points, but I personally just see Charlotte saying, "Hey, Rhea, I want my belt back."
I can see that.
No,
But
I
I'm
think
sticking
she
with Tiffany
loses.
Stratton. Put it in the agenda books. Tiffany versus Charlotte at
Oh.
WrestleMania.
We'll see. Random.
Bullets-
Let's go to the
Bullets
next
said
match
a
because we've
trilogy.
been here for a while.
Yeah,
Hold on. Bullets said a trilogy.
We've been
and a
here for
trilogy and a-
We
5
thoroughly cooked the
hours.
hell out of the women's Royal Rumble. Good match, three out of 4 stars, like Riddell said. Let's talk about the 2 out of 3 falls tag team match. What I thought was going to be the match of the night. It was a great match. Let's keep it great match. I didn't like the ending where the Street Profits came in and kind of basically decided it because they wanted to smoke technically with both teams. But great match. Great showcase for the Motor City Machine Guns, where I thought they were about to win the match against DIY. But I feel bad for that ref. That ref was like, you needed 2 refs for that match. But what did you guys think of that match? A great palate cleanser from the Women's Royal Rumble. Allow people to kind of chill out, relax. Great match. But let's go ahead and cook, guys.
Before you guys cook, I want to say this real quick, and then someone can go right after what I gotta say. Indianapolis does not deserve another PLE. That crowd,
Terrible.
Whoa.
That
Until
trash. There is no way they made no noise during that match. That match was fantastic. That crowd was trash. And I'm not gonna lie, even with the moments where they should have been popping, they should have been popping more than they should have been popping. I'm not gonna lie.
I agree. Like
That crowd was garbage. I'm sorry.
I agree. The crowd was garbage for that match, but get ready because we got another PLE this year, and then Mania 2026 or Rumble 2026. We got another big 4 in Indianapolis.
At this
Really?
point,
They already signed a 3-year deal.
uh,
Signed a
to-
3-event
to-
deal. I shouldn't say 3
I mean, you guys are gonna have. I mean, I'm just gonna say my Montez Ford needs to finally just go on a singles run.
please.
I'm hoping, I'm praying, because I mean, I'm kind of tired of the Street Profits angle. Dawkins is great in my opinion. I think he's very underrated, but I mean, we all know who the A side is on that team, and he is literally mid card material, champion material. Just let him go. 2, I completely agree with Riddell. I do understand that people are here to see the men's Royal Rumble because that was all gas, but my God, like this match was completely underwhelming from a crowd perspective. And if I'm WWE, I'm pushing for all of these things to go overseas at this point because my goodness, this in Germany, in Australia, in France, this would be going insane.
And to bounce off what you just said, Bullet, you are correct. If Saudi is a better crowd, especially with the women's Rumble, than Indianapolis does not deserve another PLE ever. I swear to God, if Saudi is better for women's, I say women's in particular because we know how they are. The men's, they probably would be pretty up in there. But if they're a bigger pop, bigger crowd, bigger reaction for the women's than the Indianapolis crowd, yeah, they don't deserve a PLE ever again, for sure.
I mean, they turned out in numbers, but in voice, I'm sorry, we
Ready?
are not moved.
Yeah,
I just want to read out this. I just want to read out.
people, and like
My bad. I want to read out this tweet real quick. We just had the Royal Rumble, so that's done. We have SummerSlam and next year WrestleMania in the same place, guys. Get ready.
WrestleMania, no, not WrestleMania.
SummerSlam this year,
no.
WrestleMania next year, guys. Get ready, Indianapolis.
WrestleMania and Indy.
Because WrestleMania, Philadelphia,
2026.
oh my goodness, Philadelphia night 1 WrestleMania, garbage, absolutely garbage. So we might get 2 nights of a garbage crowd. I'm not gonna lie, this is
Trash.
Oh, that's so tough, bro. That's so tough. Speaking on the 2 out of 3s match, fantastic. I love the match. It was absolutely great. I agree with Random that the Street Profits coming at the end, I could have done without it. I'm not gonna lie, could have done without it.
I liked it though because I like the Street Profits.
I do too. So that's why I'm not mad. I'm not upset about it. I'll probably give this a 3 stars for me personally. If it had like a more climactic ending, it probably would have been a solid 4 for me. But ultimately, I agree with you, Santo. I think Montez Ford is freaking fantastic. However, they're cooking something nasty in that SmackDown Tag Team division, and I'm all for it because if we get something at WrestleMania, maybe it's a Street Profits versus DIY versus Motor City Machine Guns type joint, and that match will be Oh my god, bro. That match will be disgusting. How good it could be. And throw in Los Garzas too, because they've been cooking. SmackDown, like they've been getting a lot of criticism, like overall WWE for tag team, other than NXT for Axiom cooking. But ever since the turn of Netflix, yo, this SmackDown tag team division has been freaking elite. So I'm for it. This builds up the Street Profit to be the next feud against DIY, more than likely, or they might do a triple tag team feud. I'm all for it because the matches will be fantastic, and the storytelling, in my opinion, has been really good. I love the DIY right now, and Street Profits are great too. So I like it. I'm all for it. I'm a fan. Everybody else?
Anybody?
Oh,
I mean, there's not much else
the
to
tag
say
team
about
match was great. My team didn't go over, but it was a great match. I give it a 4 out of 5. I give it a 4 out of 5.
You sound like
first
that
fall-
indie. You sound like that indie crowd right now.
Yeah, I mean the first fall, the first fall
4.
really puzzled me. The first fall wasn't the best.
I thought it was genius. Oh, it was a fake tag, and then
No, the
a
fake
big
tag
knee.
was brilliant, but the knee, yeah, I just don't think that should have took out Alex Shelley compared to the other spots he was taking.
Is Random still there?
I have
I'm
no
not sure.
idea.
Maybe
We
he
could
went,
just-
went to do something. But I guess we can move on to the next one.
Next match.
The ladder match, the 5-star classic.
The ladder match between
4 out of 4.
between Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens for the belt.
The goddamn American Nightmare. Cody
Fellas,
Rhodes.
talk about it.
Yo, my girl, this was like another because my girl like this Royal Rumble this year got my girl into wrestling, which I'm so happy for. She's now like when I said she was screaming, she was clapping. When John Cena came out, she went nuts. She's too in love with Roman Reigns. I might have to assassinate him.
Bro, I mean, objectively.
No,
He's
yeah,
very
no,
attractive
I
man.
can't be
He's a
mad at
very
it.
handsome
I can't
dude,
be
bro.
mad at it, but
What
every
is
time
up with y'all
Yeah.
and liking Roman
He looks like
Reigns,
a
dog?
Greek
Is he
god,
all
bro.
right,
no,
bro?
she's like that's my
He's-
Greek god. She's like, yo, every like she's like he's the definition of smoldering. Every guy in these fantasy books I
Yo,
read,
you
that
might-
is
you might-
him. I'm just like,
You might have to
Mhm.
fight Roman Reigns, dog.
Mhm.
like that. She's like, he looks like my book husband. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, James Gunn might
Yeah.
book him for Aquaman. I'm not gonna lie.
For real.
Mhm.
But this match was one of my
Nice.
favorite matches of the year. This was fantastic. This was fantastic. Cody finally like he really lost it this time, and Kevin. I almost felt bad for Kevin. Like Kevin's been the bad guy this whole time, and then like at the end, you feel bad for Kevin because like yo, he's just gushing everywhere. Cody's just like raising like the championships like over him while everyone's like trying to like get him to the medics, and I don't know, it was beautiful. It was like Homelander Cody is brewing. Because guess what? Sami Zayn's gonna try to confront him. We all know Sami Zayn's the baby face, and then Cody might spaz on him too, and then it might be up. It might be up. So Cody, like Bobby said, Cody Lander is brewing. It's brewing, and when he loses the title, because he's gonna lose the title, like CM Punk says, when he loses the title, we're gonna get full heel Cody, and it's gonna cook. It's gonna be beautiful.
If I'm gonna send you guys ROH film on Cody Rhodes being a heel. You think he's a great baby face? I need you guys to see when Cody Rhodes was a heel. My God, the work that he does in the mic is insane. But this match, to me, this is match of the night. I mean, we got a lot of aura in the men's rumble, yes, but what these two men did in that ring was insane. And it also sets up a lot of things because I do see Sammy turning heel soon. And I think he's gonna crash out on Cody because of what he did to his friend. I am praying for Kevin Owens for his back, his face, because he sold those spots. My goodness, that Alabama slam on the ladders was insane.
You see
That
his
back,
head hit the
the,
back.
did you see the backdrop that he did on the top of the ladder and he landed on the middle of his spine? He took some filthy bumps. That man is going to take a vacation.
Yeah,
Great.
he took the worst ones, but let's be fair to Cody too. He took some crazy bumps too,
He
because
did.
that one off the top rope on the ladder, Jesus, bro. I was like, oh my god, Cody's dead. I low key was like, nah, Cody's not knocked out, really. Like he is selling that perfectly because I low key for a split second until I saw Sami Zayn come out. Oh, this will work. Yeah, we're good. This will work. Sami Zayn's out here. Yeah, I was thinking Sammy. I think that I don't think Sammy's turning heel. I think Sammy is going. Well, I don't know. Now after the Rumble, I'm more leaning into it, low key. After the Rumble, after the match though, I was thinking that they were going to pull the angle be that Sami Zayn did not do enough to help Kevin Owens, and Kevin Owens is going to crash out on Sami Zayn because of it. Because Cody was climbing up the ladder and Sami Zayn just watched. He didn't do anything. So I can go either way. Either way is fine with me. Babyface or heel with Sammy. I think either way is cool. But as for this match, yeah, 4 out of 4 stars, masterclass, no complaints. I said, oh my God, so many times in this match. They were doing some disgusting stuff. And then, like, I like wrestling. There's one of the, like, we all dreamed of being a wrestler. Well, most of us dreamed of being a wrestler. If you're a WWE fan, when you're a kid, it's like, man, it'd be great to be a wrestler. But then you watch a match like this, you're like, maybe it wouldn't be so great to be a wrestler. It's like, these spots are crazy. But yeah, Cody doing his thing. My goat right now, Cody. Cody is cooking. I'm glad people are respecting him because he should have been respected the entire time. I blame The Rock for him not getting respect. I'm not gonna lie, The Rock kind of ruined things because everybody just thought wait until Rock versus Cody, and it was kind of ruining his championship reign. But now taking that into out, when you look in context, Cody has been having amazing matches time and again. The only one that was very like filler was Logan Paul, of course, but AJ, KO, amazing feuds between these two guys. I'm curious to see what happens next for Cody Rhodes. I don't think Cody Rhodes will go full heel, but I do think personally that WWE is reaching the point kind of similar to AEW, because I've been kind of locking in with AEW. Where they're just going to have a lot of people who are tweening. There are sometimes they're going to have straight out heel. No, oftentimes they'll have straight out heels and faces because it's easier for the crowd to react to when you know. But there are some superstars out there that I do think that they will be in that tween space. I think he'll be in that tween space where he can do things, but he will always be the face, the guy, the cheer. Kind of like CM Punk. CM Punk, like taking the context of him getting cheered, he's done a lot of heel stuff in the last year. So I don't think Cody will go full heel, but I do like the aspect of like this Mad King, the pressure's getting to me and kind of going insane by it. I'm now just curious to see, is it time for Cody versus
Randy
Orton? Is it time? I don't know how they get there though. That's my only question. I don't know how they get there.
Well, I think you kind of got it. Like he's got to be a Mad King for a little bit. The pressure's got to get to him. No, he's not listening to anybody. Randy's the only person left in his corner, but he has to take him down.
I'm waiting for that. That's a legacy defining main event. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I do want to say Pat McAfee, he is becoming literally one of the GOAT announcers because in this match he was going crazy. Shout out to that little step ladder because my goodness, it did a lot of damage to people, and every time it came out, Pat McAfee was enjoying himself.
He's so funny, bro.
He is so good, and it's so needed. Like, I mean, I like I talk a lot about the production aspect of it, and I really think color commentator like Pat McAfee is so needed for matches like that because he literally signifies what the audience is and the reactions for the audience. And again, pinpointing back on that indie crowd, I'm sorry, but I mean, Pat McAfee is what the crowd needed to be. And unfortunately, it just wasn't.
We got a very like some people tried it. It's kind of crazy. We had 4 matches and I barely heard this is awesome. People tried, but it should have been there's no way you're watching this match and you're not like this is awesome. This is a crazy match.
What's a holy shit in the Cody match?
Yeah. Can I get a timeout? Are we talking about the men's match?
We're talking about KO and Cody.
Thank God, because this is what I wanted to be here for. But what have you guys talked about so far, or what's going on?
We've talked about how KO deserves a vacation. We've talked about how the Alabama Slam was one of the most ridiculous spots in the ladder match.
That might be the best spot of the year. I'm willing to say that right now. That might be the best spot of the year.
It's that one and the Io Sky trash can moon.
I think this one's better.
I'm not mad at it.
And Loki can tell you the minute, because I was, he's going for the package power driver. No, and he picked him up. I was like, oh my God, he's going for the Alabama Slam. And I screamed like I was scared. I was scared for him. And the way he fucking hits the ladder and just crumples with his fucking head on the ground.
Not even just his head on the ground. He impacts and then the ladder falls and he rolls,
and I'm like, oh my God.
Neck. And he's just sitting there with like his head on the part of the ladder.
I thought he died. I was like, he's gone.
Like the last time I felt that way was the Io Sky one, and the one before that was the women's Money in the Bank.
Oh,
I thought Lyra
when Lyra Starks.
Yeah, when Zoe I thought she was dead. I was like, oh my God. And I didn't scream the way I screamed in the
let's also not forget Brunson Reed doing a tsunami off the top of the cage and just blowing out both of his feet.
In fact, that was a crazy one. Also, might as well throw the one where I think it was Drew McIntyre as CM Punk in the Hell in a Cell, where Drew McIntyre was trying to go for his Claymore and he landed like on the edge of like I forget what it was, whether it was a table or a ladder. That's crazy. I'm like, bro. But
that match was obviously highly personal. It was physical. Like me and Loki were like, you know what? These are some vets. Like, you know, they want to preserve themselves. They still got the run to WrestleMania. Like, you know, not too many ladder spots. They said, fuck that. When KO gets that fucking back body drop and his fucking back hits that, you know, that V part of the ladder that just looks like if that hit me, fellas, I'm not on BSS. I'm going to the hospital. Like, I got to get my spine reconstructed. And KO taking that spot multiple times in ladder matches.
You say that. I take that spot. I told them I am one with Earth. I live here now. I am not getting up.
I want to give. Sorry, real quick. Let me just I'll let you go. I want to give KO a lot of respect because we don't talk about the amount of damage he puts his body through. Like, we really don't. And he's done a lot. This feud did go a little bit too long, but what a way to blow it off. What a way to just end it. And KO, take a break. Like, bro, I don't want to see you for a while. Like, bro, go be with your family. Like, I'm not even saying that to be rude or disrespectful. Like, go be with your family, bro. We respect what you've done in the ring. And when you come back, you're going to cook. We know it, KO. You're one of the best of this generation of people. But, bro, go be with your family. Go in Montreal. I need to see you in a Walmart with your family getting some fucking cabbages or whatever. Just do that. Like, that's what I want to see you do, KO. You've done a lot. Thank you. And for a guy who never held a fucking title, that Winged Eagle belt looked great on you. It looked great. And
I need Cody to combine the titles. I'm not gonna lie. I'm locked in for that.
And whatever happens with KO, I'm here for it. But that was KO made Cody reach another level where I'm like, when Cody Lander finally comes out, Cody Lander gonna feed families, Lonnie. Like, gonna feed families, and it feels like slowly and surely we're making our way that way. But what a fucking match. Like, what a match. And it was like every match on the card, I felt like at the end of each one, except for maybe the women's Rumble, was like people were like, "Fuck, man, I'm exhausted." Like I'm exhausted. And that one for sure, I was like, go to commercial. Show me 3 Slim Jim commercials. Like people need a break. They need to understand we need to get Cody out of here, or we need to get KO out of here to make sure that he's okay. And we need people to tell us that he's okay. But what a match, what a ladder match, what a choice. That both guys were impressive. It was physical. They went in the crowd. Like that Hornswoggle ladder got a fucking premium spot. Like that's what I'm sorry. That Hornswoggle ladder got more love than Joe Hendry, which is crazy. Like that motherfuckers were using that thing, but what a fantastic.
I won't go that far. But I will say this, that you made an excellent point. Even though a lot of people didn't like the Charlotte thing, and I do think the hate is for Charlotte's kind of forced. I think her winning did the job though, because people were angry enough to talk all about it. And that's what you want. You want people to react. Charlotte's a heel. She wants to be booed. So that's good for them. People were talking about that. And now people are gonna be hate watching Charlotte the moment she came back. And it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. But yeah, that Cody KO.
I'm definitely gonna be hate watching Charlotte.
Yeah, I did
That's
say.
fine.
I did say like,
You're gonna be watching
For
GOAT.
sure. You're gonna be watching.
I'll be watching regardless.
I mean,
say,
I don't like CM Punk, but if CM Punk won, I'll be like, it is what it is. So I'm glad he did, though.
All right. So
I actually thought Drew was gonna win for a minute. I was like, oh, Drew's fucking-
Oh, we're talking about that men's-
last but certainly not least, the men's Rumble match. Fellas, they pulled the trigger on Jey Uso.
Let's start at the top
Let's-
though.
let's
Let's start at the top. Let's start at the top. Unfortunate botch. Penta, both of his feet touched the floor.
They did.
Both of his feet touched the floor.
I didn't.
Yeah, like but they weren't gonna say nothing. All right, I get that because it's a botch. It happens. All right, but Rey Mysterio coming out first, then Penta, that weird like that pseudo passing of the torch. Like you're gonna be the lucha guy for right now. That was great. Obviously Andrade coming, Carmelo coming, just letting all the small guys like, you know what? Let's just get fast paced.
You skipped number 3. That man, Chad Gable.
Oh, my bad. I
we
need to
always
say that.
skip
Chad
number
Gable,
3.
Chad, like the worst person of that 4, which is bad to say, is Andrade because he just didn't get a lot of spot to shine.
Oh, pause.
Mello.
What-
Mello was the
So
first.
the worst of the
eliminated.
4 luchador. Well, there's 5, I guess, with Dom.
Oh, the
You're talking about
luchadors. Out of the luchadors.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, for sure, Andrade.
yeah, it was Andrade. Like obviously, but
I don't like how you said for sure though. I'm not gonna lie. That's hate.
Yeah,
All right, man. I told you what it was.
Santos wasn't doing much.
I told
Oh,
you
Santos
what it
wasn't
was.
doing much.
But
Santos
no,
didn't
look,
do
look,
much.
look, look. They knew they had to get the crowd back up after the Loki murder we just saw in the previous match, and I think they did
That
great.
match is crucial.
And letting Penta live that long despite the botch was pretty interesting. This Rumble set up so much where you could write. You could write feuds. Yeah, you could write feuds that go past WrestleMania, fellas, past WrestleMania. And I'm so impressed. And like I said, like that final where they pulled the Santo, you saw me, man. I was like, Jey Uso won the Rumble. Like I just couldn't. Jey Uso won the Rumble, and in weird way he outsmarted John Cena to do it because when he kicked him, I was like, that's it. And John Cena's holding on for dear life, like selling his ass off. And Jey Uso won the Rumble, and I'm sitting there like, okay, Jay, I know who's going to choose. It's in my opinion, I know it's obviously going to choose, but we'll go about that later. But God, even that part, Roman Reigns at 16 was shocking, but great. Roman Reigns, AJ Styles came back, great. Then what was it? Cena, CM Punk, Drew. Like I was like, give us a break, please.
I
And
mean,
then,
unfortunately, but
unfortunately, the end was bad though because Logan Paul and no slide on them. I think it's just the order was bad.
no,
order of the
honestly,
Rumble was bad.
the way they did it is genius, and we'll talk about the fun because there's different segments of this, right?
Right.
So the first segments was like the honestly, it was a luchador segment. I'm not gonna lie, it was like
Let 'em
the
cook, man.
luchador segment, and they were cooking. Penta, Santos Escobar was cooking too. He was coming out doing his thing. Obviously Ray. So Penta and Ray is a match. Penta Ludwig Kaiser wants his get back in blood. We are going to see that feud for sure. That's going to be an excellent match. Chad Gable, it's time. We need the Chad Gable push. You see the crowd reacting. You suck. It's time for Chad Gable to be on that level. Yeah, the start of it, and they were just warming up. I was locked in. They were cooking to start it out, and we haven't even gotten the big stars yet. But I do think the changing point. I think it's finally time to recognize. I'm sorry, my boy, Solo. Step aside.
Yeah, Fatu,
That man, Jacob Fatu, is different.
When he walked in, when his music hit, Santos said it perfectly. It's like the game's just changed, and he just proceeded to walk in there, start murdering motherfuckers.
Oh, I said the Rumble started, guys.
Yeah.
And then right after that, Braun Breaker came out. I was like, okay, it's different now.
And
Like now it's the big leagues.
the craziest part about every entrant was that every time the entrant came in, Fatu was like, "Yeah, come here," and I was like, "God, I'd love to see him fight Fatu. God, I'd love to see him fight Fatu. God, I'd love to see him
random
fight
every
Fatu."
time.
Every time, every single person that came out. When AJ Styles, I was like, I never knew I wanted this match more than I did right now. Because AJ Styles, the way he would wrestle Fatu would be so interesting. Santo, like you're talking about a guy who just has so many tools in his bag. Obviously, the Roman stare down was great, but like, God, even CM Punk comes out. I'm like, CM Punk, look, I don't want you to fight Fatu, but I feel like you figure it out, and I'm here for it. Like, Fatu was amazing, and then for Braun to just come in and take him out like that, and I was like,
The worst thing in the Rumble, Braun taking out Fatu.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
In the men's
We're
Rumble,
tripping.
there's nothing you can tell me that's worse than that one.
Logan Paul taking out CM Punk.
Now I can argue why that's a good thing, even though I hated it initially. But this is why it was a good idea for CM Punk getting eliminated by Logan Paul. This is why.
Look what you did to Santo, bro.
I mean, hey, I can't do anything about how you feel, but when Logan Paul eliminated CM Punk, my initial reaction is hell no, I don't want Logan Paul to win. But then I realize I understand why they did it. One, obviously CM Punk and the feud we'll talk about. The big feud that won't be on a main event, but honestly, if titles weren't a thing, they will be a main event. We'll talk about that in a second. But I feel like the biggest reason why Logan Paul is the perfect one is because he's the only one that it's okay for him to eliminate CM Punk because he was hated. Anybody else eliminate CM Punk, people would have been pissed, and they're all baby faces. Jey Uso eliminating CM Punk would not be good for him. Seth Rollins eliminating CM Punk would not be good for him. Roman Reigns eliminating CM Punk. Even John Cena eliminating CM Punk wouldn't be good for him.
I completely.
The only
disagree.
other
Everything you
one
said.
that it would have been good is Drew McIntyre.
No, I have the real reason. All right, Logan Paul is a huge Shawn Michaels mark. All right, he's wearing the Brett gear. All right, it happens. All right, things like that happen.
I mean, again, Logan
if-
Paul is super hated. CM Punk is probably one of the like top 3 most loved guys. No matter what he does, he'll be cheered and glazed. Logan Paul eliminating him does not hurt him.
Yeah, I'm with you. I understand what
I'm
you're
not saying it's
free
anything
heat.
about. I don't think it's any. I'm not saying that it hurts. I just think it was bad. I think it was a waste. You're gonna waste a CM Punk elimination this year after the promos that he's cut to Logan Paul.
But the Logan Paul thing wasn't the story. The thing, the him getting eliminated was the story. There was him getting eliminated with Seth, and Seth and Roman were doing their thing. CM Punk eliminated them. Then Logan threw him out. The story was Seth, Roman, CM Punk crash out. All of them got eliminated around the same time.
I have a proposition.
It really had nothing to do with Logan Paul, to me.
I have a proposition. Say where Dom gets eliminated, you replace Dom and Damian throws out CM Punk, and then, or not CM Punk, Damian throws out Logan, and then Dom throws out CM Punk later down the line. Do you think Dom would get more heat than Logan?
It's about to be the same.
I just think I still think it's a waste on personally because you still push whoever eliminates CM Punk at that time is I think it was at that point it was Jay Cena and Logan.
Yeah.
I think any of the other two eliminate CM Punk at that time, elevates them. I don't think it does anything for Logan, and you still get the feud between CM Punk, Seth, and maybe at this point Roman.
Roman got smoked with
But
Seth. You don't
you
do
do
that.
you
You don't do that.
You
to
gotta-
Roman.
you gotta smoke
I think with
I
Logan,
heavily disagree with that, by the way.
I
think
disagree
people would have been
100% with you.
people would have been
Yeah.
pissed if CM Punk got eliminated by anybody.
I see both perspectives, but I think with Logan also, you do open a filler feud where Logan can interrupt CM Punk and do something there if he's actually trying to go full time.
Yeah, then no, that actually makes sense. So like you
You can
pause-
open a
you
filler
pause the
feud
CM
there.
Punk part. So like maybe Elimination Chamber, you do Roman and Seth or something before that, and then at WrestleMania, CM Punk, Seth, Roman.
I'm in the
Or,
category.
and maybe you add Drew in there too, like a fatal 4-way.
Fatal
I'm
four
in
way
the-
for
Drew,
Mania.
at this point, Drew is out.
I'm so
Drew's
done
out of
with it,
this, man.
Riddell. I've been saying this for a while. I am so done with the WWE and Drew's booking. I cannot stand how they make him look like a goof, even in the Royal Rumble.
So I'm not defending the Royal. Damian Priest eliminating Drew McIntyre blew me. I did not.
That
The
pissed me
second
off.
worst thing
That
that
was-
happened in the men's Rumble, in my opinion, was Damian Priest eliminating Drew. 100%.
That was fine to me because Drew also cashed in, or Damien also cashed in on Drew, so it's a
So,
repeating
so,
cycle
so
of
it's a
no
repeat.
matter what.
Oh, that's a
You
good
gotta
point.
get-
Actually, I didn't even think.
That's
Of
what I'm
that.
saying.
It's a cycle of, again, Drew looks
Yeah,
stupid.
he's
so
done
and I
with.
hate
Are they gonna do
Look,
Drew
look.
versus Damian on SmackDown?
But think about it. But think about
No.
it though. Think about it like this: Drew got past Seth, won the title, ran into Damien. Drew got past Punk, finally got out of what he was dealing with Seth, came to the Rumble clear-minded, ran into Damien. It's a repeating cycle. That's the only reason why I didn't have a problem.
So Drew does this crusade that the main problem, the main issue that's been in wrestling right now is Roman. They have one interaction and Damian Priest eliminates him. Damian
That's
Priest.
why.
You know
That's why I
what?
So
found it.
stupid. He looks like a goof
It's-
again.
I'm
Yes,
going
he
to
look- that's why I don't mind it for the booking perspective, but I understand why you're saying he looks dumb here. He does look very stupid. But it's Damien. Like he's got to get past Damien. It's gonna be this cycle, and he's gonna if Roman wins or whatever happens to Roman, but down the line he'll finally get rid of Roman. Hopefully.
I respect the Damian perspective. I personally think, like, I hear you. I think it's a reach. I personally don't think that Damian is this big thing that's in Drew's way because he hasn't been prevalent in so many things. He just it becomes a random pitfall out of nowhere just because he is a good plot device there. Ultimately, I agree with Santo. Drew getting eliminated here was kind of ridiculous. I love
He's cold.
it might have been it could have been a botch, maybe. I don't know, but Drew.
The only reason I bring it up is because the two times, remember back in Senior Money in the Bank's run, Drew stopped him twice from cashing in on Seth.
Yeah, but that's not the story.
That's
I think
I'm
all of that
saying
is
in
irrelevant.
between
But
these
right
two.
now, the anime comp for Drew McIntyre is Code.
No, stop. No,
He's Code right
no,
now.
he's not Code.
I'm done.
Code is a straight fraud. Drew is not a fraud, but
Drew is
Drew fails
dumb.
a lot. He's failing a lot. Okay, so this is what I'll say.
Is that not what frauds do?
No, Code is he does not live up to anything he does. Drew, at the very
Okay,
least,
well.
what we can agree on is he talks very well. His pros are fucking amazing. So Code got nothing amazing on his arsenal. Nothing. So
Right
okay.
now, until further notice, Drew, in my eyes, you are Code.
That's disgusting.
Nah,
You are
Drew-
trash.
Drew-
and I'm the
that's why-
biggest Drew guy in the entire
No,
BSF.
now I'm the biggest
Not
Drew guy.
gonna lie,
'Cause that was
not gonna-
disgusting. You called him
Not gonna lie,
Code.
Drew.
He's
Drew might
cold.
be Sasuke. Drew might be Sasuke.
Okay. But all right,
Mm.
I'll say this. Him getting eliminated by Priest is disgusting. And why it really doesn't make sense is because they built Priest versus Fatu as the next feud.
I know.
Like, the
Who
whole
believes
stuff.
Priest is winning that? Who believes Priest is winning that? feud?
It's
I
not
don't
even
think
about
Priest
who
is gonna
believe.
have to.
It's not even about who wins or whatnot. In the Royal Rumble match, they barely interacted.
Facts. And the fact that Jacob Fatu absolutely destroyed Braun Strowman and he got thrown out by Braun, and then Damian throws out Drew just doesn't make sense to me.
And not just getting thrown out, like he made it look effortless. Like it was nothing.
You
had to give, unless you're fully committing to just Braun jobbing to Fatu.
Yes, I am.
Brother, literally a week ago.
My only reason I understood that was like,
Brother,
okay,
a week
Braun's
ago-
not done. Braun's not done with him. That's why I sat
He
there.
should be. He got killed.
Random. A week ago, this man killed him. The ref
Yeah.
said, "Yo, I'm stopping."
I'm just going
this.
with what
You're killing this
WWE did.
man."
My personal feelings was like, all right, look, was Braun supposed to get some sort of measure my eyes? Yeah, because there's still something there for me.
Right.
You got
I understand, but
there's
you're literally-
always people are always going to gravitate toward. You just got two big motherfuckers, and they're going to beat each other up. People are always going to gravitate.
But do you know how that makes that match at Saturday Night Main Event look now that he just walked in perfectly fine? They had like a sequence, and then he picks this man up and just gets rid of him.
Yeah,
You know how that
Saturday
match looks now?
Saturday night's main event is low key looking like filler. I'm not gonna lie, it's starting
Yeah.
to reach that point where it's looking like filler. But
Anyway,
I do want to give
go ahead.
Drew a little bit something that I'll put on that was good. Obviously, him attacking Roman and CM Punk throughout made it look aggressive. And it looked good. He was huge. His stare down was huge, and him tricking Jay to kick Sammy was very interesting.
Sammy's going heel. I'm calling it.
It's interesting, especially with Jay winning the Royal Rumble. But I personally will still have stocks. So Charlotte Flair, Tiffany Stratton, WrestleMania. I'm in a book. Fatal 4-Way. Drew, Seth, CM Punk, Roman Reigns. Fatal 4-Way. WrestleMania.
I don't have.
Me and Riddell be on the same page. We got-
I would love. I would love to see it. I don't think that's happening. I do think that one person is going to make Sammy crash out, and that is going to be Drew's influence on the mic. I think he's gonna be like, "You see, I told you. This is what's going on. They don't
gonna
really
be
care about you."
What's the PLE right before Mania?
You
right
got
4
elimination chamber,
right?
And like, yeah,
but there's one before elimination chamber.
Let me
We
check.
have a
You guys
PLE.
keep talking.
isn't it like Crown Jewel and stuff like
No,
that? Isn't
Crown
it
Crown,
like-
Jewel.
Crown Jewel's always near
Because
in the summer.
Elimination Chambers next month,
in the fall, brother.
like early March too. I think it's March 3rd. Elimination Chamber.
Sure, it's payback, right? No, payback's after Mania.
It's
Payback's
a, like a
before
it's
that.
it's like a little filler thing, but
It's a
anyways,
filler. We have-
I just want to say I finally got my wish.
Nope, it's just Elimination Chamber.
Okay.
Joe
Just elimination.
Joe Hendry finally announced as TNA champion, and he finally comes in and gets his Rumble. And I didn't think he was gonna win, but I really liked his showing. I think he did great. I think the crowd really
Probably
popped
lost their
for him.
shit. They lost
And
their shit when he was a kid.
I popped.
Oh,
I went insane when I saw my boy come into the ring. So I'm just glad about that.
And
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
a little of a dream match too, low key with not Joe Hendry Roman, but it would be
Hey,
very.
I was gassed when I saw it. Though. I was like,
I saw-
Oh, yeah, that would be great, but that's not happening.
Hey, you
What?
want to see?
Joe
wanna see a
Hendry,
match? Oh, good.
Joe Hendry versus the Miz.
No,
Very interesting.
I think
No.
Joe Hendry versus LA Knight and a promo.
No,
battle
no.
is
I'll
would
do you.
cook.
I'll do you one better.
I mean,
Seth.
they're both.
wanna-
I mean, based
No, no,
based
no,
on
no.
based on what we saw, I wouldn't mind seeing a little feud
Okay.
going back and forth between TNA and WWE with the Miz.
I'll do you
I
one
would
better,
not
Sancho.
mind that.
I want to see a callback to a little promotion out there called Rev Pro. I want to see Joe Hendry versus LA Knight versus Drew McIntyre one more time.
I have no
One more
idea how we
time.
get there.
I don't know the Drew angle, but I mean, I wouldn't mind, but I loved every
Just call him.
second
Just
of
call.
Joe
Just
Hendry.
call him. Just call him Drew Galloway.
Oh,
That's
and
it.
y'all-
That's all.
y'all
you-
been
that's all we
missing-
need.
Y'all been missing something. Because no one's mentioned him yet. Can anyone guess who Taylor's now second favorite wrestler is?
Braun Breaker.
No. She
Okay,
she
we
was
all get
she
one
was
guess.
laughing a lot, saying that this man is on steroids and cocaine at the same time.
We
'cause
all
he's
get
a
one guess.
vibrator.
We all get one guess.
Okay, so can I give my official guess though?
Yes.
Okay, so
I'm
second
not gonna react. I'm gonna let everyone guess.
second favorite wrestler. So the first one right now is Roman.
Yes.
Jimmy.
No. He's not actually number 3.
I was
Really?
gonna say. I was
Jimmy's
gonna say.
great. I
Jimmy.
love Jimmy.
I agree. Jimmy's
Not-
by the way,
So Jay,
By the
Jay
way,
is number 3. She does like-
kayfabe.
Oh,
Jimmy
okay,
watching
never mind, I don't respect her.
yo kayfabe. Jimmy watching Jay win the Rumble should fucking burn him up inside. Fucking burn him up.
No. They solved that.
No. This isn't. No, it should be like
this is real.
This is no. This is real. Like if Jimmy becomes if Jay becomes world champion and Jimmy's just fucking around on SmackDown.
Jimmy's first in line. That's
Well,
his first
we
defense.
will talk about that, but to kind of go back to Lonnie's
So,
activity.
so who do you guys guess?
All
I guess Jimmy. So I was wrong.
right, I'm gonna guess Drew McIntyre.
No.
Not enough tattoos and not enough brown skin.
True.
Brown skin tattoo. It's not Jay. It's not Jimmy.
She has a type.
Carmelo Hayes.
Get out of there.
No. She did call him Pretty Boy.
He is a pretty boy.
Batu?
No. It was Otis.
Otis?
Otis. She was like, "Yo, I love this man." She's like, "Yo, this man is giving me life." I never seen her laugh so hard. Like she was dying with Otis. It's so fun to watch.
By the way,
wait till you see the worm. She's like, "The worm," and then he did the worm, and she's like, "Oh my god, this big motherfucker!" Oh,
He did do the
Love, love to see it.
Yeah, man. Shout out Otis, man.
Shout out to Chad Gable because that German was, oh my god, that is a different level of strength.
Since you mentioned Otis, I'm glad because I was kind of pissed that Tozawa got to enter it, and then they switched it with I Show Speed. And initially, I was like, whatever. Well, when that spear happened, I was like, yo, that is the.
By the way,
funniest
shout out
thing
to I Show Speed. He better man than me. I'd be like, nah, I'm all right.
Yeah, he's
that
really
spear was
injured.
filthy.
He
And
hit
then
him.
filthy ass.
Braun
His
hit him
leg is
with
really
all the bad intention. All
Yeah,
of it.
his-
Every single
You know,
one.
you know when like you know when like a fan runs onto like a, let's say, a rugby match or a soccer match, like like those players like that catch them, they put a little extra sauce on it. I think Braun Breaker looked at I Show Speed like, I am going to break this guy in half. Because I need you guys to go look at I Show Speed's face hit the mat at what speed. It hurt.
And freaking Michael Cole's like at 23 miles an hour. And I think the problem was I Show Speed was a little late because
Mhm.
he turns and he gets hit in like the side mainly. Then he gets brought to ground, and I'm like I Show like, and then he just threw him over like all the way over to the point
They
I'm like, bro, you was late. And you
Otis
Kai-
was extra. Otis was extra. I was like,
Ka-
bro.
Kaisenat was on Raw. He's like, man, I Show Speed. I was on Raw on Netflix. I Show Speed said, hold my beer. I'm about to get folded.
Whoa. Hold on. This is not real. Why did
What?
Shams tweet this? This is
What?
not real.
What?
What?
Well, we got breaking news.
Why did Shams tweet? Someone hacked him. This is a hack because
What?
Shams tweeted the
Breaking
Mavericks
news?
are trading Luka Doncic, Maxi Kleber, and Markieff Moore to the Lakers for Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and a 2029 first round pick.
If that's
Someone
real,
hacked This is no way this is real.
If this
Hold-
is
hold-
real, oh my god, my
There's
goat-
no way.
No, it's not. No,
If
it's not
this
because
is-
I'm on Bleacher Report and it's not because it'd be all over that if that actually happened.
Wait. He might be early though. He might be early.
Wait,
He's
what?
early
No, it's
sometimes.
This is
it's on
this is
Bleacher
the
Report.
official Shams account.
If he's early sometimes, Shams is early. And Woj used to be early.
There's
Woj used to be
no
early.
possible way.
Riddell.
No way
Any-
this is happening. Yo, there's no way.
Riddell.
Bleacher
Yo,
Report.
Bro, do you understand how this
Riddell.
would change the NBA?
Riddell.
Ron and
I-
Luka?
Riddell.
I need
Hey,
my
no,
goat. My
Look,
goat.
Tonto, before you say
My
anything, I
goat
want to be
is
very
thinking-
clear. Luka Doncic is my current favorite player because
Hey.
Steph is going down. but I'm also a Lakers fan. So
Okay. No, what I'm about to say, you are
Bro,
about
Luka and
to root
Bron.
for a team with LeBron James. If
and
this
Bro,
is
we
that's
not.
what pisses me off. I do not
Hey,
want this to be real. I
and
just no.
we
This
not
is
playing
not
no
real. This can't be
defense.
real.
We not playing no defense in LA.
Mm-mm.
You're gonna have to try and stop us. We're not playing no defense. No defense is being played in LA.
Ladies
We
and
got old
gentlemen,
man Bron and
I'm not gonna
Luka.
lie.
We're
If
not
I
playing no
had Joms,
defense.
I probably would tweet this too. If I had
ladies and gentlemen,
Joms,
if this is real, I'm fine with Patrick Mahomes winning. If Riddell has to root for a team with LeBron James
hell
on it,
no. This is
I
Hey,
not
am
gonna
hey,
be
here.
that.
Yeah,
I,
this has to
I,
be because it's
as
all
a as
bleacher
a
report.
as a
Like, what is
Luka
happening,
fan,
bro?
as a Luka fan and a LeBron fan, hey, bro, this is the best of both worlds for me. All right,
This
we're
is
not
going
playing
to,
no defense. We're not playing no
What the fuck
defense.
is
bro.
happening?
If you think Kyrie was crashing out on the Cavs, oh, he's gonna be punching the air right
Yo,
now.
we'll throw in another first round. Send us Kyrie too, dog.
No, initially, because I get notifications like when Shams tweets things to pay attention to like breaking deals.
I
So
hope he's early. I
when
hope he's
when
early.
I saw this, I was like, wait, am I following a parody account? No way I'm following a parody account because what the hell? Is it Luka Doncic? Nah, bro.
Bro, I hope he's early, dog.
Nah, this
Please
is
tell me he's
actually a
early.
crazy.
I'm about to call my boy and see if it's true. If
Nah,
this,
because
if,
I'm just refreshing ESPN.
I'm waiting for him to delete the tweet. I'm waiting for like something because this is one of the craziest tweets I've ever seen in my life.
I'm going to look at the tweet.
real talk, if this is real, this is bigger than
No,
any
no,
one
no,
in the
no.
last
Because
10 years.
he just said yes, this is real. Sources tell ESPN. Full no, this is not real. No, it's not real. It's not real. It's not real. It's not real. Because look at
It's
this.
not
bro.
real?
It's not. No, because this is definitely a hacker. Because the Lakers get Luka Doncic, Kleber, and Markieff Morris. The Mavericks get Anthony Davis, Maxi Christie, 2029 first round pick. The
You
Jazz,
wait.
hold on.
Yo.
The Jazz get Jalen Hushavino and 2 seconds. It's not real. This is absolutely not real.
I gotta stand up for this.
But yeah, that was the yeah.
If I wake up in the morning and turn on First Take for the first time in years,
Unless the Mavericks are in
Riddell, I am
blowout
going to video call you with a LeBron James jersey and say, we are here. We are here.
No.
Let's go, team.
brother,
Let's
we're not
go.
playing. Hey,
My
brother,
only caveat is like LeBron James won a title as a number 2. That's my only caveat if that happens. Oh man. All right, let's move on because this is not fucking real. This is actually a crazy tweet from
I'm
Shaq.
sitting here watching it.
Okay, what were we talking about?
But Braun Breaker, great showing, fantastic showing.
Yes.
I think him a feud with anybody that was there is going to be great. But main thing is the main thing. They pulled the trigger on Jey Uso over John Cena. This is big. This is going to be big moving forward. What do you guys think?
I mean, obviously, I was shocked because at that point I was like, John's winning. John's absolutely winning, and shout out to John for fucking selling like the way he did for Jay. But that ending sequence where they're both on the ape, I mean, the possibilities are. I'm fucking saying it. He's beating Gunther at Mania. He's beating Gunther at Mania. Now, because look, my only problem was when we talked about Saturday Night Main Event with Lonnie, I was like, he's not beating him there. The first things first, they're not doing a major championship change on a Saturday Night Main Event, especially not when you're top guys. But also at the time, like, you don't believe it. But now you can tell that underdog story to full, and now Gunther has to also take him fully seriously because he won the Rumble. Like, obviously, Cody and Jay would be interesting, but no, that's not the move. Transition Jay to being the number one guy on Raw. Gunther can finally take a fucking break because I think like at a certain amount of the time he's been on the main roster, he's held a championship. So now you can finally do something with him, especially now that Ludwig Kaiser is like, bro, he can't do nothing for you. But Jay, like, that's why I say that Jay being Jay winning the Rumble should burn Jimmy, because Jimmy should be, even kayfabe or real life, You need to step your game up, Jimmy. You're being left behind. You're the Matt Hardy now of this feud in WWE. You're being left behind, and you can't because you're good. You're not like Matt. You're good. You should be a singles champion. And how this transforms in the future, obviously, what happens with Cena, even though Cena apparently he said at the post show that he's going to be in the Elimination Chamber. But now it's like the promos he can cut with Gunther, where it's like, yeah, man, I almost beat you at Saturday Night Main Event. I almost did, and you know it. Now you can make it real. And finally, there's a credible guy on Raw who isn't in a feud who could take it from him. Because that's the one thing I always said when we talk about people who could take the thing. Lonnie can tell you. CM Punk could take it, but he's in a feud. Drew could take it, but he's in a feud. Seth could take it, but he's in a feud. Who else was left? Sammy? No. Sammy, no. And then there was Jay. And Jay wasn't at the time, but now winning the Royal Rumble changes things. So the Gunther finally has somebody who can legitimately challenge him and take the title from him that I will believe, even though I think Gunther is the best wrestler WWE has right now. I'm gonna go to the grave with saying that. And I'm so happy for Jay because what he can do now, the promos he can cut, how high he can get, and how he can look at Roman and say, I don't fucking need you.
I don't know. What does that say?
You say I'm hacked?
No, this is Gunther. He said I would.
I wouldn't.
Oh, Gunther, he's coming.
He said I would.
Gunther, he's coming. 'cause- And I'm saying right now,
Bullet, it's 100% fake, Bullet. It's 100% fake.
but guys, Jay has reached
Don't know yet, Riddle.
Jay has reached a space that I think we all kind of wanted him to be, but never truly believed, and now he's there. And the yeet after him holding up the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania when he beats Gunther is, you think the yes, just like the yes movement, Santo, just like the yes movement.
No, the crowd's gonna go insane.
The spear from Roman after he wins is going to be more than.
I just want to say.
Oh, you can look at Roman and say, "I don't need you. I've completely outgrown you." That's what Jay can say. Now,
I know ESPN has officially tweeted Dallas Mavericks are trading Luka for Anthony Davis.
No, they didn't. Let me see this.
Yes,
It's on ESPN.
ESPN.
And Riddell, I have a theory. I have a theory.
No, they just said sources tell. No, they're getting tricked too because there's no way this is real.
Yo, hear me out.
confirmed it.
Hear me
There's
out.
no way
LeBron
this is
also
true.
wants out of. LeBron might also want out of the Lakers. And so he
my
talked to
phone
AD,
is
so they're
blowing
trading
up
them
right
both.
now.
Watch, LeBron's gonna get traded next. LeBron's gonna get traded next for somebody.
There's no way that the Mavs trade Luka. No. This Shams got hacked. I'm
Chris
so
Haynes
confident.
just tweeted it too.
They're all getting fooled. This is a hack. Do not get
Riddell,
fooled. This
Riddell.
is a hack.
Riddell is crashing out live.
Riddell,
This is a hack.
Riddell,
No, the
Crashing
Jazz
out.
are getting Jalen Hushafino. It doesn't make sense.
Riddell. The first step is
Lakers are
acceptance.
blowing it
It's
up.
okay.
No, it's not, bro. This,
Lakers are blowing it up.
Riddell, you are a Lakers fan.
this is fake. This is fake.
Riddell, you are a Lakers
Yo,
fan.
Josh,
and I'm just-
everybody's tweeting crazy. Josh Hart just said, "Huh?" Like nobody understands what's going on. This
The
is
Jazz,
crazy.
I don't get the Jazz getting two. What do they get out of that? So I know we're supposed to be talking about the Royal Rumble, but when Luka gets fucking traded, I hope you understand. Luka should have
Ladies,
died a Mav. Luka should have died a Mav.
we are breaking
fake
news
wrestling.
live. Riddell is crashing out. I love every aspect of this because he is now on a LeBron team.
No, this
Apparently, until further notice, Luka Doncic has been traded to the LA Lakers for Anthony Davis and
Like, I
a
just
pack
Googled
of
it, bro.
cigarettes.
wait, is it Chris Haynes? No,
I just Googled
this
it.
this doesn't make sense. No, this doesn't make sense to me.
I just Googled it, and bro, more and more official Yahoo just tweeted it.
There's no way the Mavs trade Luka Doncic. Like
They just traded him.
it's no way.
They just like everybody's bro. They just traded him.
No shot.
They just traded him.
No
I'm
shot.
not gonna lie, we gotta open the drink to this. Welcome to the city, my boy. Welcome to the
Yeah,
city,
welcome
Riddell.
to the city.
Welcome
to the
no
city.
shot.
Welcome
No
to the
shot.
city,
No
Riddell.
shot.
Welcome, hey,
Welcome
Lottie.
to
Welcome to the
LA, my
city,
boy.
bruh. Welcome
Yeah,
to the
welcome to the
city.
city.
Yeah.
Hey, what they be saying? LeBron in my system. Hey,
Riddell,
Glorious King.
we're going to the Western Conference Championship now.
Yeah,
Welcome aboard,
Yahoo
brother.
Sports just tweeted it. The Los Angeles Lakers beat the New York Knicks on Saturday.
Yo, I don't know what to think. I
And-
legitimately don't know what to think. I'm
Riddell,
I'm
Riddell, think about this. Think
flabbergasted.
about this.
I don't know what to think.
Think about this as an LA fan, bro. They just beat the Knicks in the Garden. They literally just hopped off the court, and AD is traded. They just hopped off the court. Hopped off the court. And AD is traded.
They told AD, you are not going on the plane. We're on our
Brother,
way to pick up
brother,
Luca.
You know what the worst part is? They won the game. They won the game. He doesn't know why he's been traded.
I can confirm Shams Charania was not hacked. Sources say Lakers are acquiring Luka Doncic in a trade that will send Anthony Davis to Dallas.
You know what? This is how I'm going to think about it. Lonnie, I'm switching my perspective. This is beautiful. Luka is a Laker. I am here. LeBron James is getting traded, and this will be exactly what I want. This is actually perfect.
Wait.
I can be a Lakers fan again. I can walk in. Luka and the Lakers. We are here.
He went through all the stages instantly.
Doncic
is perfect.
Doncic has been informed of the trade, I'm told, which was agreed upon late Saturday, and immediately ranks as one of the most stunning trade thunderbolts in NBA history.
Well, that's why he hasn't played in a week. Good job, Luka. He's reserving his stats.
He's been resting to play in LA.
No wonder I can't bet.
Yo, for the first time in a long time, I'm pulling up to PC. I gotta see what they say about this. Oh my god.
Yo, I'm going to fly on the trade right now.
Yeah, leave it up to the NBA to take.
Trade LeBron now. Trade LeBron.
So do we want to do we want to go live on our YouTube or do we want to stay here?
Yo,
because we're talking about this.
I think we need to talk about this on the YouTube channel. I'm not gonna lie.
Let's
this
go.
Is the craziest. This is the crazy.
We gotta go live. We gotta go live.
This is the craziest trade I've ever seen.
All right. Last things. Royal Rumble 2025. Fantastic PLE. Like I'm gonna say 5 out of 5 stars. Every match was good to great. Obviously, shocking moments, great returns. Jey Uso winning. Kevin Owens almost died. DIY retained. Charlotte won. Great PLE. Sorry, WWE. The NBA's hating, so they decided to make one of the biggest trades of the decade, of maybe the millennium. Like, this is Loki. I'm not gonna hold you. This is like Chris Paul going to the Lakers, except they didn't veto it.
The Mavericks were just in the finals.
I don't get it.
Riddell's crashing out. Let's go. Riddell's crashing out.
We'll be back. We'll be back in a few minutes.
Wild to me.
We'll be back in a few minutes.
Follow us on our YouTube
channel. Yeah, follow us on the YouTube channel. Go watch Royal Rumble. Go watch it. It was great. We'll be back, guys. Holy crap.
Bro,
do you want me